So when
2014, year of the year.
Stop telling that joke!
God damn it.
It's not a joke! It's not a real joke!
I mean, it kind of is.
I have this narration that I worked very hard on, and nobody ever fucking respects narration. It's a problem.
Fix the narration.
Last time on We're Not Sorry, after breaking up a rowdy fight at the bar, our heroes decided to arrest the Temple of the Monitor and Bryn Shander after making friends with the local cleric. Their peaceful sleep or whatever was rudely interrupted by the court wizard, Baelish Gant, super cool guy, who insisted on the release of the villain Were-Rat Slim, threatening to arrest the party if they failed to cooperate. And with the timely intervention of Stormfist and Speaker Dubessa Shane, and with some nihilistic stalling by Silas, the party avoided arrest or whatever, warning the Speaker of a plot to take her position. Who even cares? Nobody. Having just finished fighting off a horde of thugs after a shipment of silver weapons, the party comes closer and closer to a climactic face-off as the holiday of High Harvesttide approaches. There, okay? Now you
Last
can
time on the Aquabats! Okay, I'm done.
That is a trademark. I claim no ownership of that. If there are any lawyers listening, I'm very sorry for Luke. You can totally sue Luke. I'm okay with that. Just please don't sue me. I have no means. I'm not a particularly important person.
Let me tell you, that lawsuit is going to shake you out with like $200 and a collection of vintage baby doll heads.
Damn it.
Ew.
That's all the baby doll heads I have.
No, it's just 3.
So, yeah, a lot of stuff has been happening in town recently. I did want to make the party sum up things because watching them be tormented would have been fun. But...
I can sum up things.
Okay.
I was definitely awake the entire time and was there the whole time. I can tell everybody everything that happened.
Are you entirely sure about that? Because I
You know
seem to
what,
remember there
Lou?
being
I
something
wanna
about
hear
the
Here's what happened. I had a nice dream. And then I woke up and I killed a guy. That's all that happened.
You also ruined Wilbur's sweater.
Well, in my defense, don't fucking put a sweater on me. It's rude.
It was cold.
Yeah, it's rude. Just saying.
It was a very nice sweater. I mean, I personally feel offended that you destroyed it.
Only Priya can feel angrier about like more clothing being put on her in her sleep.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
All right,
Priya, what
well,
if I
I know
said
Priya
Priya
was...
is equally good, if not better, in sweaters?
That's true. It's very true.
Well, I have no doubt that Priya was here for all the exciting things that happened, but your valiant DM had to run off to Toronto like a jerk, so he wants to make sure that he's in the right place and he remembers everything correctly. So I'm going to sum up the last 2 weeks, and then we will get into this week's fun times.
Give us the short rundown.
Okay, so you guys essentially helped your friend Reardon get his money back from Slim. That's very, very nasty where we're at. Here's the problem. It turns out Slim had a thing with one of your fellow Caravan Guard friends, Aaron, the weird guy who wouldn't leave his cart for whatever reason. It turns out his cart was filled with silvered weapons, and Aaron was sent by an organization known as the Harpers to root out some lycanthropic scum that had been clogging up Bryn Shander and apparently had been running a protection racket. The party, being the valiant heroes that they are, managed to capture Slim. They took him to a local temple of a Monitor, temple of the sun god, and kept him locked up there, asked him some questions, found a note on him with a weird arcane mark that may or may not have hinted at whoever was responsible for the protection racket, the kidnapping plots, and Speaker Dubessa Shane, the leader of Bryn Shander, was mentioned in great detail, and there were some very disturbing overtures about possibly kidnapping her. So, like you do. These guys decided, hey, let's hang out at the temple for a night and get some rest. We're super good friends with the cleric. Now she won't mind. And then the next morning, the court wizard, Baelish Gant, busts in with a full complement of guards and says, hey, if you don't give me Slim, I'm going to arrest all of you, and you can just sit in jail for the next couple of days. There was some stalling. Host Tom demonstrated proper handcuff technique, which was very impressive, and then Silas made everybody super sad for 10 minutes.
He super did not pick that up in any shady or eyebrow-raising way in college.
Yeah, I'm sure Priya has absolutely no curiosity about where her foster brother learned to, cuff himself multiple times.
No, not at all.
None. She doesn't ask.
Shouldn't care.
Mm-mm.
But
it's a useful skill.
Unless he held hands with a boy, then she cares.
That's a problem.
Wilry might have been a little bit concerned.
Well, that's Wilry's problem, not Priya's. Priya thinks that for the most part, Hostop can take care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't
Unless
want
boys-
him to, because sometimes
Unless
that
boys are
involves...
involved.
Yeah, well,
Hostop managed to take such good care of himself that he kept the town guard stalled long enough for our good friend Stormfist to go get the speaker of the town and
I'd like to
have her
mention,
break
though,
everything
that
up.
Silas had a big hand in that by whispering dread existential secrets to the guards for a while there.
Quote
And
unquote
I had official
secret.
paperwork and stuff.
Oh yeah, she did all the actually useful stuff, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, some of that.
So the speaker, to kind of clear everything up, had you guys, quote-unquote, officially deputized. So you're technically members of the town guard now, except you're a lot more independent, so you don't need to worry about any of that law stuff or
We
whatever.
are the FBI.
Basically.
You're the cool
We have
FBI. You're the cool squad that does all the things and obeys none of the rules, and there are never any repercussions. But yeah, so these guys, so you have all essentially been deputized. It's super cool. It's essentially going to give you a lot more leeway with the town guard, who, you know, after the speaker arrived, she was able to wave away the worst of it. She also took the note that you guys got off Slim. The note had been partially destroyed due to some magic hullabaloo, and Willery decided to toss a bottle of water at it to try and fix it, which did, but kind of made the ink run, kind of complicated some things. Duvessa seemed
It
legitimately
lit on fire in
her pouch, which isn't something that's supposed to happen.
So I
don't
feel
remember
like
any of
acting like she just like, oops, here goes all this water all over, that kind of misrepresents this.
Well,
I
it's,
remember any of
it's
this.
I like my version of it because my version is funny. It's misleading, that's true, but it's also funny, and I like funny. Ha 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 ha.
There's a lot of things we bully him into doing because it's funny. I think we should just let him have
Okay, we'll give him this one.
Okay, yes, but the note, for whatever reason, apparently burst into
it.
flames
Just
right
that
before
you did go
Dan
down a
busted
flight of
in.
stairs on a board.
That is very true. That
That
happened,
super happened.
and it was awesome.
It was incredible.
So yeah, the note
Everyone's life was improved by it.
burst into flame for whatever odd reason, and then Willery put it out. Duvessa took the note, she's kept custody of it, and she took Slim into custody as well because you guys are going to want to cart around a were-rat, especially a were-rat who apparently knows about things, quote-unquote. But yeah, so the note with the mark of the assumed perpetrator of this scheme burst into flame, and Duvessa seemed legitimately disturbed by it, but she didn't give any indication that she knows who's responsible.
But it was the wizard dude's mark because Silas fixed it or rewrote it.
That,
Yeah, Silas, it turned out, is the
Oh, yeah.
chosen one of specifically
Everything.
notary clerks. No, notary clerks, accountancy.
I wish they mean he forged it.
I don't think I was there for that.
No, you were asleep.
You were super asleep still.
The real me or just Priya?
Both.
A little bit of both.
Probably.
But this is true. Silas did recreate the mark on it, and that also seemed to put Duvessa in a very disturbed mindset. But she didn't give any indication. She just told you that she wants you to stick around town for a little bit longer, and you know, if any trouble pops up, she wants to have you close at hand to help defend the town because you guys have proven yourselves to be friends of Bryn Shander, which she's very appreciative of. The thing is that kind of complicates your plans to go to the Dwarven Valley with Helda Silverstream and go help Hengar with his whole situation up north where his people are being attacked by the Ice Witch. Because they're leaving like 24 hours from now. But
Brief question.
Yeah.
Has the Ice Witch been trying to capture handsome princes, possibly while being stopped by some form of glorious?
not to the best of your knowledge, but her cultists did try to have Hengar killed, and Hengar is probably the closest you're going to get to a prince out here. So
Maybe she's a lesbian.
Well, that might be why she's goading on said young bunny hooded wearing
Yeah.
warrioresses. There's
It's a
theories.
valid concern.
The Ice King ships it. Anyway.
He does.
anyway,
Which is
but yeah,
upsetting
so
on all the different levels
He does.
when you consider.
He like best friend ships himself with Finn. It's really weird.
He's so weird.
So Duvessa wants you guys to stick around town for a couple days more, which means you won't be able to follow Helda to the Dwarven Valley or go with Hengar up north of the Reghed Glacier and help his people out with the Ice Witch. But
Except for that, we did figure out that if we hell of rush it, we could do the festival thing, and then basically, like, as soon as that shit's over, haul ass out there with some horses provided, and try to also do everything else.
Willery will provide.
one is definitely possible. Whether or not you'll be able to get to both, it seems unlikely, but you never know. So
And we found out that the dwarves have the rage virus.
yeah, it turns out that after you guys clear things up at the temple, you Methan, the cleric of Amonitor you guys made best buddies with, has been working with Aaron closely, kind of monitoring the, lycanthropic thug threat. apparently Aaron's shipment of silvered weapons is being stored in a warehouse across town, and Meath then asked you to speak with a local warehouse owner who was storing the weapons, and she basically gave you your pick of the litter for silvered weapons out of the shipment. So while you guys were going to meet with this
And
warehouse
Hoofstomp's
owner,
got a pretty new thing. He
You
got
did?
a new glaive, except for that this one looks like something from the Gundam series. It has no functional difference in stats. It just looks
speaking of which, Moo, if you want to go ahead and say that one of your weapons is silver at this point, you can.
Sure.
So,
Sure,
yeah,
why
so
not?
on your way to go meet with
Hoofstomp
this...
picked out a silver sword for you.
It was pretty.
Silver's pretty rad. But yeah,
It's got a
so...
ribbon on it. He put the ribbon on it himself because he knew that's how she would just be like, oh yeah, this is mine now.
It's a ribbon that's also made of silver, and it's just, fucking laser... What's the word for it?
I
Laser
feel like
etched?
it kind of,
Soldered
Soldered.
onto there.
yeah, he just went to a blacksmith's.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Mm.
It's decorative but practical, which is pretty much Priya to a T.
It's not practical.
Well, it's not a real ribbon, so it's not like it's gonna break.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I will tell you that a guy
Or
in
be
my
in the way.
other D&D game is running a half-orc barbarian who has a warhammer that is shaped like a mug. So I'm pretty sure you don't get any more inefficient than that.
True.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. His maul is awesome, and I love his maul, but it's also shaped like a mug, which makes it
Can he drink out of it?
ineffective.
Okay.
I believe he can. I have not had an opportunity to
Awesome.
test him on it because I've been trying very hard to kill
Awesome.
him.
Awesome.
Speaking of killing you guys, there was a fight last week, which we should probably get to. But yeah, so
Oh yeah. Was that
You guys
last week
had-
or the week before? It was 2 weeks
you
ago.
guys head to the market square to go meet with this
2 weeks
warehouse
ago.
merchant, and you run across a dwarf who's selling some quote-unquote rare black ice trinkets from the Dwarven Valley. And some weird older dwarf comes up and starts ranting about how the black ice is evil and it's corrupting his people and yada yada yada, just general ranting. And the guy gets super angry, leaps over a stall and starts trying to beat the older dwarf to death. You guys manage to intervene. The town guard shows up. Apparently, this is not an uncommon appearance. Like, a lot of this black ice has been coming through the town, and a number of other merchants selling it have been arrested. The town guard hasn't been able to do anything to disrupt the trade because most of the people coming through haven't been, breaking out into fights. But there definitely seems to be a marked trend between this black ice spreading and dwarves from the valley getting super aggressive and start getting into fights and trying to beat people to death, which is a problem. And
They
the
also
old-
can't get rid of it because every single time one guy is like deported or whatever, another dude just comes in and sells that shit.
It's like it's some kind of major. Well, I mean, the sense that you guys got is that it's something rare, something that's just kind of shown up in the valley, so it's kind of a commodity right now. So it's basically
Yeah,
like
except for that, apparently 3 dozen dwarves are
three
selling it
dwarfs,
at
three.
once.
Well, a
3
bunch of them are
dozen.
selling it.
3 dozen.
So yeah, Black Eyes seems bad. The older dwarf named Baz said that if you had any questions about it, he would be staying with Helda Silverstream before she went to the valley. So, if you guys want to go track him down later, you can do that, of course. So that happened. You guys met with the warehouse owner. Warehouse owner was perfectly content to pay you guys to guard his warehouse for a night, especially since his other one was burned down under mysterious circumstances. Turns out you guys got ambushed. Well, this is where you came in last week. Turns out you guys were ambushed by a hobgoblin and his squad of bad people who were looking for this shipment of silver weapons very, very hard. And then you killed the crap out of them.
Is it an ambush if we didn't know we were there, that we heard them coming and prepared an attack for when they came in the room and had a surprise round?
Well, now they know about that, so thanks, Casey. Why don't you DM it? No, that's actually not a legitimate offer. Never mind.
Look,
Never mind.
Minnie Moose was there and has always been there, so you gotta just trust his word on this.
I've always been there.
Jokes
The
that we
entire
will never-
time.
She's always been our favorite, too.
Yeah.
So the long and the short of it
The
is,
most popular character. The most important. The only person who's arguably more important is Mage-Fan.
Yeah, that's true. We're
again,
still
you guys
reeling
keep
from
making
loss.
fun of the NPCs. Do you remember how well that worked out for you last time? That whole mind
Oh,
control
right.
thing?
Didn't we have an NPC with us again this
But
time?
yeah, I've already
God,
established I'm
no.
going to murder them. I don't
You
want
did,
them
but
anywhere.
Hengar doesn't seem like the psionic type. But then
I
again,
don't want
Mage
them
didn't
anywhere
either,
near
so.
me. I have a helmet
So-
now. It's made of tinfoil, so no way is
It
my
turns
control
out that Priya now has a PTSD associated around NPCs.
NPCs.
So
I don't know why you got the PTSD. It worked out super well for you. You didn't even go in the pit. Your friends are the ones who should have the PTSD. They're the
Nope,
ones who
just
fell in the
Priya.
sinkhole.
Just Priya.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. We'll try to accelerate this.
I'm sorry.
So she-
We're
Yeah,
at
so
the point now
where you guys are at right now
I'm not
is
sorry.
you're still so what the situation right now is, you guys are at Denovan's warehouse. You've got your nice silvered weapons, so you guys have a number of options from here. Helda and Hengar are going to be leaving from Bryn Shander to go back home today. So if you guys want to go with them to the Dwarven Valley and up north of the Reghed Glacier, see what's going on up there, you would have to leave with them today. Or you can stay in town for the next 2 days, help with this whole high harvest tide thing that's coming up, make sure U.S. Shane has you close at hand, and then once that's done, you can haul ass to one or maybe both of them. But it's unlikely that you're going to be able to get both done. Situation in the Dwarven Valley sounds pretty bad, Reghed Glacier sounds pretty bad, but if Bryn Shander gets taken over by some pack of rogue were-rats, it's not going to bode well for anybody. So those are the stakes, at least as they stand right now.
Well, I can tell you what we're super not gonna do. Split the party. That's not happening.
No.
I would never
I love
suggest
splitting
splitting the
Let's
party.
split the party. Let's do it.
Hey,
Yep,
well,
okay, so one
last
person
time-
leaves,
last time we
Me and
split the party.
Silas, and then I'll just come back alone.
Will.
Yeah, basically.
We're not quite there
He's
yet.
like, yeah.
Wait,
So
are you
we're-
saying that you're weak?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're too weak.
Mm-hmm.
You're too weak to protect me. How dare you?
I don't know if a
Well,
14-year-old
I
wants
have
to
priorities,
talk smack
Silas.
to
That's
the...
all I'm saying.
What I think would happen there is that Silas would have been adopted by the Yetis and made their prince. Obviously.
That's pretty much exactly how it would happen.
It's what the whole plot's
That's a pretty great life.
That's what
Yeah.
our entire game is
Send
going
them
up
into
to.
town to do errands.
Mm-hmm. That's
You know
not
what I mean?
going badly.
So long as you're smack talking the paladin, maybe you could bring up her big dumb horse ears. That seems like it would get you a lot of credit with her really big
My horse ears are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
awesome.
loves them.
Everyone does.
I'm so
They
hungry.
are a little creepy.
Would you get food?
Eh.
Food.
I know how to accelerate food. We
Food.
play Dungeons and Dragons, and then food happens. So
She's gonna keep whining about it.
I
we're
like
gonna
that you
pick it
whispered
up out.
it.
We're gonna
I
pick it up in
can't
Denovan's
fucking hear
warehouse.
it.
It wasn't that you couldn't hear me. It's a tired whisper.
So Donovan's warehouse. Apparently, despite trusting you guys to watch over his stuff and junk, he also apparently has the place magically warded. So about an hour after you guys are done wrapping up with the bad guys, you're arranging the corpses, you know, in the warehouse for further identification. Donovan shows up with a whole detachment of guards. Questions are asked. Your deputy status is brought up. The guards generally kind of are very leery about letting you go, especially since, you know, there's no real way to tell who the aggressors were in this situation.
Really?
They kind of
Really?
showed up,
Okay,
and there's
so
just a bunch of there's a
Let
dead
me list
hobgoblin.
this off here. The owner of this warehouse is perfectly capable of telling them that we were asked to guard this area and had been here beforehand to do just that. There are weapons in the people who came here to do that, and they also had the stuff to set this place on fire. Shh. Also,
what I'm going to
we
what
have
I'm
been
saying is that
established
while
in
they're
this-
generally not sure about who initiated hostilities,
Also,
they definitely get that you guys are deputized. There's no reason to question your chain of events. Donovan is willing to vouch for you having guarded his warehouse, and the fact that the hobgoblin is carrying several flasks of alchemist fire, which possibly lit the other warehouse that Donovan owned on fire. They're
but
generally
other than that, there's no sign that they were hostile.
yeah.
Are you reading off that part from the module?
I'm not reading off that part from the module.
Uh-huh.
I promise. But the guards are leery of you, but you've proven, again, the Yeti attack goes a long way to earn you some credit. Donovan vouches for you. These guys generally look kind of shifty and bad. So they're willing to take your statements and then just kind of let you go wander back onto your hotel to rest.
Mhm.
Donovan pays you the previously agreed upon fee, which I cannot remember at this point, so we're going to go ahead and call it 25 gold each. So go ahead and mark that in your sheets.
Guys, I actually found a link which perfectly encapsulates how Silas would have become Prince of the Yetis.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so glad.
good.
We're gonna all click it.
We are.
Guess I'm out of money. Damn.
Yeah, that's about right.
Click.
So 25 gold for the job. Not
To be
bad
fair,
for
we
a
haven't
nice
really
favor.
been keeping.
Now I have to click this link.
To be kind of fair, we haven't really been keeping track of money throughout all of these games. Like
I'm
at all.
independently wealthy. I thought you all
I mean,
knew.
you guys did get a shit ton of gold during your adventure in the Lizard
Yeah,
Marsh.
but
It's
we
just that
don't
you left
have,
most of
like-
it at home.
Yeah, we don't have any of it really like marked down on our stuff.
No.
Nor do we.
I assume I have 1 million gold.
Nor do we
Moon, what is it
conveniently
with you
have
and the number
access
a million?
to it.
I
It's really
assume I have 1
concerning.
billion gold.
So yeah, anyway, 25 gold, and you guys are able to head back to your rooms at the Hook Knucklehead and get some rest.
I'm just gonna put down an
I tip her an extra 300 gold, and I give her a little wink.
Please don't.
It already happened. I roll for diplomacy. Oh shit, I should probably get my dice.
You probably
I'm just
should.
gonna mark down an undefined but conveniently inaccessible amount of gold plus 25.
Just an infinity signed.
The good news is there's not
No,
a lot
rolling
to
a
buy
diplomacy
in Bryn
check.
Shander, so you
Come
guys
back,
can
I
give
was
yourself
making a
all the
joke, and
fraudulent
I'm
gold you want.
dedicated to it now.
Let Moo finish her joke and roll.
It wasn't even funny. And what if I roll really poorly? That'd be super funny. And I need to...
Donovan takes
No,
his
of course I
25
roll a
gold back.
fucking 19. Which I think ends up being
So
a 17.
Moo
He
just
doesn't count.
rolled a 19 to flirt with someone.
That's my
I
best
think?
roll of the night.
Donovan thanks you for your consideration and pays you the previously agreed upon sum of 25 gold.
Ideal.
Stomp takes his 25 gold and goes back to that one cloth shop.
Mysteriously
all the
enough, Bryn
25
Alcott's... Oh yeah,
Wilry. I assume she'll take care of it.
curiously enough, Bryn Alcott's clothing shop is shuttered, and it doesn't look like she's been back here in several days.
Oh shit. So what do you guys think? Murdered or double murdered?
There is a sign on the door that says seized by order of Duvessa Shane, Speaker of Bryn Shander, so this at least seems on the up and up.
Well, that seems good, I guess.
This does not preclude the possibility.
Hostomp is going to consider breaking into the shop and leaving money for shiny clothing.
And also to fix the door.
Yes. Also that.
I am hungry.
Well, you go eat.
Alright, well, Hostop can consider breaking and entering later, but right now you guys are still kind of beat up from the fight, and also the Hook Knucklehead, your hotel, like your hostel room, sounds super good right about now, especially
It
those
sure
super
does.
soft beds.
That's probably where we're heading.
Well, when you guys get back, you find that
If you
Helda
let
Silverstream...
Priya fall asleep, she might not wake up. She might go off and look for food and never come back.
No.
Yeah.
Moo, please don't leave me alone with these people. You did that. You've
Let's
done
be
that
clear.
before.
I make it so much worse when I'm here.
But it's less
If I
fun.
leave you alone, shit gets done.
And you guys wonder why I'm in such a hurry. Why am I... Okay. So when you get back, Helda Silverstream...
Well, you can freaking go eat food. I'm looking at your Twitter, you know.
Damn it, Moo.
Hey viewers, do you ever wonder how much we would be able to get done if people would just fucking eat before D&D?
Before D&D, I planned this shit.
I'm going
You
as
could've eaten
fast
while
as my
I took a
total human
bathroom
body will
break.
allow.
Maybe if I keep showing her food, she'll get up and go get some.
Oh, that's. I wish I could say that could work.
I got cookies.
It
So you
does
guys
not.
get back to your room at the Hook Knucklehead. Helda Silverstream, your dwarven friend from the convoy, is there with the crazy older dwarf. There's also a group of people from another group of caravan guards kind of just rallied around her. Apparently she did find other people to at least see her part of the way to the Dwarven Valley. She's going to greet you as you walk up. She's still kind of hoping that you guys will come along. Most of these people are just going to see her off like a fair amount of the way from Bryn Shander, and then she's basically on her own until she gets to the Dwarven Valley. So while she understands you might have business in town, you know, if she wants to come, especially considering how Baz has been telling her about all this evil black eye stuff, she would appreciate it.
This module has so much stuff it's trying to get us to do at once. It's like, oh, but the world is ending over there, and oh, but the dwarves are turning into rage zombies, but oh, and here there's an assassination.
I can't remember all of them either.
I do. Okay, up in the barbarian area, we got the fucking Snow Witch all ready to bring down Armageddon with her frickin'
Oh yeah, the
plaguey,
Snow
culty
Witch, and
thing.
they worship.
And then the dwarves have some kind of black ice thing, which, by the way, black ice, I wonder what that could be thematically connected to and probably directly tied to is probably the Snow Witch. I wonder what that could be. But the problem is, then here in the one, like, centralized, civilized area, we got this whole political bullshit going on with the Visor, who's the stupid wizard or something, but somehow, magically, I guess, even though finding a literal note signed by him, literally waving a flag going, I am the guilty party here, oh, I'm gonna betray my best friend. The main ruler's still like, you know what, though? I really like him. So, I guess he gives great head.
I like
Man.
Wow.
Who's back now?
Okay.
I mean, I was here the whole time.
Okay, so this is I will just flat out say that this is definitely a choice. As
Non-canonical.
I said, you guys can stay in town and you'll probably be able to go.
Yes, it is a
help
choice.
Hengar
All
or
D&D
Helda.
modules are like, oh, well, you have a choice.
You do have a
could
choice. You
stay
can
here
either.
in
I would
Brambush
imagine
Undermire, or you
world
could
is
go
not gonna
defeat the
end without us.
dragon.
I imagine the world's gonna wait for to end until we get there.
No, it's not.
It super is.
It's gonna be all like, oh, you made the wrong choice. This was a false flag, and if you stayed here to do this thing, all the barbarians die, and also their puppies.
Luke, I will tell you that regardless of whatever choice you make, there are consequences, but there are also consequences to not sticking around. So whatever you do, there are good aspects and bad aspects. You can leave town and hope that Vivessa will still be here when you get back, or you can stay here, make sure she's still here, and hope that Baz and Helda can make it up to the Dwarven Valley without being accosted.
That's literally what I'm ranting about, is that there's that. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
There are too many tracks for this train
just-
to go on.
I say we go up for the witch, and then we just let everything else go on from there. She seems to be sort of.
Which sounds the most
I think-
interesting.
isn't the world
I
ending?
definitely want to leave town.
Let's go to Vegas.
Other political shit.
Let's go to Vegas.
Let's just pack up, head to someplace warm and sunny, and go
That-
on vacation.
It turns out the
Unfortunately,
mountain
that
passes
is-
are still frozen over, so going south is not possible at this given time.
That's unfortunate.
I'm sorry.
It's very unfortunate.
So yeah, so options essentially boil down to stay in town, which you have been asked to do, go to the Dwarven Valley with Helda and Baz and see what's going on there, or go to the Reghed Glacier and help Hengar deal with the Ice Witch.
Well,
If you guys are going to do those other two, you would need to leave with Helda right now. And odds are, like whatever you did, you would essentially have to hustle to make it either back to Bryn Shander to help Vivessa with her whole political situation, or you would just have to go straight from wherever you're going from there. If you go to Dwarven Valley, it's a call
But it's
between-
possible. It's possible to do 2 out of 3 things, and I'm telling.
It is entirely possible to do 2 out of 3 things. 3 out of 3 things is incredibly unlikely.
But don't be sad.
Don't be
Well,
sad.
I'm with the others, and I'm like, well, the Snow Witch is super obviously at the center of all this bullshit. So
I just want to meet the
her.
Snow Witch. She sounds like a babe.
God damn it, Moo.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Well, we saw her.
I didn't know.
All right, I think that's. What do you think, Mini Moose? Your counsel is very important.
I stand by the verdict of the others. The witch must die.
Really, is that the voice you're going for?
Yes,
Sure
yes, it is.
It totally is.
He's been using it this whole time, and that's not a joke. Like, I know that's our running joke type of formula, but he literally has been doing this.
Incredible.
He
Yep.
is our Aphel, and it's great.
Why do you have a problem with the way I speak?
No, I'm super on board.
No,
The
it's
way in which
Okay.
I deliver my dialogue is perfectly natural.
Yeah. No.
So Christian Bale, Batman voice aside.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. That is not.
Christian Bale's good.
No, that's not Christian Bale. I'm just making fun of you, Casey, because I love you.
It is AFL. It's literally AFL.
This is the Christian Bale Batman voice.
Is it?
So just so the DM can make sure the party's choice is clear, what I'm hearing is that you guys essentially want to haul ass north with this party of brave adventurers, see what's going on up there, and then decide from there whether or not you want to go. Then decide.
We're gonna go punch
Okay.
the Ice Witch in the face, and then
Okay.
come back
Yeah.
here and punch the wizard who gives great head in the face.
I'm
Okay.
either gonna punch the Ice Witch or go down on her. I'm gonna play it by ear.
I feel like you're thinking of the Oglath Ice Witch.
I am.
Yeah.
You super are.
All right. Well, that is definitely a thing we can do. So do you guys? So
Yeah, I could definitely go down on her. I'm so glad.
So I assume you guys are going to go with Helda at least part of the way on her convoy, and then basically split off and go to the glacier. Or do you guys just want to go there
Yes,
alone?
we can't do everything.
Okay.
We're gonna. I'm sorry, the dwarf thing has not been set up enough.
Okay.
Also, it feels like out of all of these situations, that one can keep for a few fucking days.
I'm not worried about dwarves. I don't care about them or what they do.
It sounds to me like if we take care of the Ice Witch, the dwarf thing will take care of itself.
Yeah,
Ice Witch, Black Ice.
yeah,
Um,
right. It's not very subtle.
And
Yeah, it seems like the most of the stuff with Ice Witch though is going on here in the town and with the barbarians since she took over one of the other tribes.
So yeah, punch
Okay.
Ice Witch in the head and or give her head until everything is fixed. That's our current plan.
It's a good plan. I fully endorse it.
Well, Helda's definitely relieved to have you guys along. Baz, being, he's a like I said, he's kind of an out there older dwarf, but he also seems visibly relieved to have some, big, strong, burly adventures coming with.
Gigantic, tall.
Gigantic, tall, handsome, unicorn-raised elf fighters. So do you guys want to leave any kind of notice with Duvessa that you're at least going north?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No, we were planning on just bailing and telling no one.
I'm just making sure.
5 scarecrows made to look like us, propped up in a bar, and when we came back, hopefully those scarecrows would have defeated the bad guy for us.
No. All right, now.
We have a magic user just to animate the scarecrows.
Luke,
and
maybe
then-
you need to eat something. You're grouchy today.
I am grouchy today.
Eat a Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Boo.
You don't have to.
So the party, being brave, innovative souls, get a bunch of their useless clothes, fill them up with
We
straw, and leave them
tell-
propped up at the Hook Knucklehead bar.
We tell the local person what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Alright.
In a sensible way.
Well, you're at least able to leave word with the town guard that you're going north for a little while. You've heard some reports that the Ice Witch is moving on the Reghed Glacier. You want to go check that out because you think it's a big deal. And
That
then
is
you guys
so-
will be coming back to Bryn Shander at the first possible opportunity.
I gotta be honest, the way we put it is probably like, we heard there's an ice witch, so...
And that's super interesting.
Yeah.
We are really into ice witches. I don't know if you know this.
But then
I'm
we're
real
gonna
into
come
them.
back and handle that assassination biz, honest.
Like, you don't know this about me? We just met. Real into ice witches.
Samba's just like, no, it's true, she's always been really into ice witches.
Well, the guard you leave
I mean,
word
other
with,
witches are okay, but there's a superior kind of witch.
well, the guard you leave word with is still. You guys have been around town long enough to know that people are pretty skeptical about whether or not the Ice Witch actually exists. But upon seeing how doggedly determined you are, he decides it would be better not to bring up the possible fictionality of this witch. And he
Don't
promises.
tell the giant crazy people that the ice witch probably isn't real.
Yeah.
That's a good
The ice witch better be fucking real.
point. Mhm.
I'm gonna be really
She's
pissed.
totally real. What do you mean?
Not Priya. Moo is gonna be pissed if the ice witch isn't real. She's gonna be real mad.
It turns out it was an elaborate illusion the entire time. The Yetis really wanted you guys to believe there was a witch.
It was just one of their prettiest yetis in a robe.
All right. Well, the town guard that you speak with promises to get word to Speaker Shane. Then you guys are going to at least investigate the Reghed Glacier, see what's going on up there, and with any luck, you guys can make it back before High Harvest Tide happens. Okay.
I'm hungry.
I'm very sorry.
Just an update.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need to grab some additional supplemental material. Talk amongst yourselves.
Eat
Well.
food. The
I have no
DM is up. Go get food.
I have no food to eat that wouldn't take me 30 minutes to make.
Not at all.
No.
What I miss?
What?
So I feel like I should point out that you had at least like a couple bags of gummy bears. What happened to those?
I never
Oh,
had
that's...
I'm sorry, that was mean. That was too mean. That was below the belt.
It was not too mean.
I don't have any gummy bears. I'm so sad.
I have like 4 gummy bears. I'm gonna eat them.
I want
Okay.
gummy bears.
Nope.
So, while you are going to be traveling with Helda's wagon, traveling with the wagon is going to involve at least traveling part of the road to Dwarven Valley. And I actually have a big map for you guys. Let me bring that up really quick. We have a big map of the general area of 10 towns in Icewind Dale. You guys are located where Willery's token is right now. Point A, that's Bryn Shander. Dwarven Valley is, of course, right over there. It's a pretty direct. So you guys have 2 options for travel. Option 1 is you can follow the well-established road to the Dwarven Valley. It takes a little bit longer than cutting across tundra, but the road should be more secure. Or if you guys want to save some time, make sure you've got plenty of time to get up to the Reghed Glacier and then back to Bryn Shander, you can just cut right across tundra. that means dealing with more wild beast encounters and all sorts of nasty stuff. But that does mean you would probably make record time to the Dwarven Valley, and then from there onward. So it's your call.
I heard super fast way to get to where we need to go.
That would probably be cutting across country.
Yeah. That sounds fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 9 miles to the Dwarven Valley. So if you took the path that's already been established, it would be about 6 hours. Cutting across tundra, about 3 hours. Assuming that you're able to get across without encountering anything too nasty.
We're going halfway to the Dwarven Valley and then like breaking off to go the other way, right?
Probably. Your best bet would be to go at least part of the way to the Dwarven Valley, and then from there north of Kelvin's Cairn. You can't really see it on this map, but essentially the Reghed Glacier is way, way, way far to the north. So it's going to be another couple hours ride from there.
Well, sounds like it'd be kind of a dick move to go across the tundra, because then like halfway through it would be all like, well, we're going this way. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, again, the path is going to take longer, but it's also going to mean fewer wild beast encounters. And plus, you guys can get right to the Dwarven Valley, and then from there just go straight on. You guys don't necessarily need to break off halfway. You can go all the way to the Dwarven Valley, see what's going on there, and then keep going north through the Reghed Glacier.
Well, what do you think, rest of the party?
Sure. Let's go.
You didn't pick.
Let's go.
Basically, it's a choice between cutting across tundra, fighting lots of things, but
Fast
getting
way,
there
but with random
faster.
encounters, or short or long way, but with no random encounters.
Well,
Considering
I won't say no random encounters, but odds are what you
Considering
would
we're
face.
RPing, it doesn't actually matter.
That's
If
true.
it's the long way, let's just go the long way.
I feel like the DM is
Yeah,
going
right.
to count down the hours and be all like, well, but we've got an
Yeah,
actual...
like he's not going to set up a stopwatch and be like, all right, you guys
Well,
didn't bring
no,
enough
but-
jerky for this trip. You got to go home now.
Well, no. Okay.
So let's go the long way.
Okay. So that
Conserve
would
our
be-
energy. Let's be clear. Priya's probably suggesting the long way just to conserve our energy via fights.
All right, so the long way would just be taking the road from the Dwarven Valley, about a 6-hour ride. You guys are leaving at about dawn. Just to be clear, you are not going to have time to... Well, you would have time to take like an hour's rest before setting out, so if you guys want to do that, so you can recover at least some of your HP and such before leaving. Since you've been in a couple
Assumed
of
we already
fights.
did. Recovered
Yeah,
our
I thought we went to bed, didn't we?
Yeah, didn't we go to bed when we got home? We're not
We
leaving
went
right
to
away.
No, like as in you got back to you got back to the inn you're staying at, and Helda was literally like right there saying, "Hey, I'm leaving right now. I need you guys to either come with me or stay in town."
Can't we rest on the road, something?
You
We're on
could,
horses.
but if anything attacks the caravan, you guys are essentially going to be caught flat-footed, which may or may not be bad.
We're gonna rest on the road, I think.
Yeah.
Does time here matter? Are we gonna be like, okay, you didn't come back in time to get the assassination thing?
I don't think you can ask that kind of question about the encounter.
This is true.
I think just from a DM standpoint, I don't think he's going to answer that.
It's alright, guys. I'll check game FAQs. Level 1.
The game fact for this game is out of date.
Hmm.
Okay, so taking a long route, I assume. Do you guys want? So does the entire party want to rest while you are on the road, or do some people want to rest?
I won't rest.
Okay.
I didn't take that much. I'm still at, what, 11 HP from last
Didn't
time?
we recover like 2 HP?
Yeah, I'm
or
fine.
Something?
I
mean-
have...
Willow can pass around some heals for people who are gonna stay up.
Yeah,
Okay, everyone else can go to sleep. I'm fine.
I will say that for the Elvish characters, part of your whole character deal is that you don't rest; you just go into a trance for 6 hours, and technically you don't lose alertness. So, yeah, elves are kind
Hey,
of
hold
broken that
on.
way.
What does that say about Priya?
Wait, technically I don't lose what?
You don't.
Essentially,
sleep.
what you guys do is you go into a trance where you're still completely.
Priya likes to sleep. She doesn't have to.
Okay, that
It's a
makes sense.
choice.
Yeah. it's
Priya's
all right.
actually a crystal gem.
Yeah, she is. She is amethyst.
Okay, so I've got Priya staying up. Is Hostom going to get some rest, or is he going to stay up?
No, he's gonna stay up. He's got like 9 out of 13 HP right now.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
Hostom's
on
gonna stay
11.
up.
I'm fine. I didn't use any spells or anything, so it's not like I need those back.
Wilry, do you want to stay up, or you want to get some rest?
Willory won't come back.
No.
Wilry should probably rest, because I think she used some magic.
Yeah,
She's going to need those back.
yeah. I'll make coffee for the people staying up, though.
Alright, so I got Will resting on the road. Would Stormfist like to take a rest? Because Stormfist used some key points. He put some people over some banisters.
Stormfist is the most important character. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Stormfist sleeps like a bird, where he's like still standing.
No, he sleeps in the anime ninja stance.
Yes. And we all think he's awake.
He has eyes painted on his eyelids.
No, he just Stormfist does not sleep. He waits.
He just keeps his eyes open the whole
He's
time.
totally not snoring.
No, he's for 6 hours straight.
Alright, well, I'm going to take that as a sign that Stormfist will rest while appearing not to rest.
Hold on, I just gotta say, does he like mutter in his sleep as he dreams like, "No, my only brother betrayed me"?
Yes.
Awesome.
Alright,
Oh no, my other brother betrayed me. Wait.
And then does Silas want to get some rest on the road, or
It's a
Silas
long
can stay up?
history. It's got a long history.
There's a lot going on there.
My brother who betrayed me.
I almost died last time, right?
His anime is almost as long as mine is.
I seem to remember you doing pretty well, because you got up on a scaffolding and just started
Oh,
raining
okay,
arrows down on
yeah,
people.
I'm thinking of some other time. Yeah, I'm fine, I'll stay up.
Alright,
Some
so I got
other
2 members of
time.
the party resting, I got 3 people awake. Okay.
Well, Wilry is not giving the child coffee.
Alright, so going along the pathway, it's about a 6-hour trip. So what I need is people to roll me some d10s. I'm going to roll the d10 for the first hour.
D10?
D10. Also known as percentage die.
30%.
Alright, hold on. So first hour passes, nothing eventful happens. Moo, you rolled a
30.
30. Nothing eventful happens. Casey, can you roll me a d10, please?
8.
8. Nothing eventful happens.
Okay.
Lou, can you roll me a d10?
7.
Nothing eventful happens. Kate, can you roll me a d10, please?
I also rolled an 8.
Okay. And then Minnie, can you roll me a d10, please?
I got a 3.
3? Okay. You got, so, good news.
Something eventful.
Turns out the North Road going to the Dwarven Valley is still well patrolled enough that you guys don't have to worry about anything bad hitting you. So, 6 hours pass, you guys rest fitfully, because, it's a rough road, but you guys managed to make it up there. When you guys get to the entrance to the Dwarven Valley, you see what looks like a very roughshod, ramshackle reinforcement has been set up in front of the entrance to the Dwarven Valley, and there are 2 dwarves patrolling in front of the gate, carrying spears, wearing black plate armor, and carrying shields. And as soon as your wagons start to rock up, the 2 dwarves approach, looking very, very boisterous and very, very interested in what's your business. And in fact, as they approach the wagon, they shout out, "What's your business here?"
The Hoofstomp just helping nice dwarf lady to Valley, so then we can go put boot in on Snow Witch.
Nice dwarf lady. I don't see any nice dwarf ladies. He kind of pokes at his buddy. His buddy doesn't really respond. Helda, will chime in here. I've got some family living in Battlehammer Hold. I'm just bringing some supplies back from the south. You've been in 10 towns? Yes, I've been in 10 towns. You should know better than to honor those soft little squishy things with your business. God. Do you even live here?
Hoofstomp kind of like looks down at the dwarf and up at himself and like starts visibly measuring out the height difference between them.
His buddy holds up his spear on his head to make him as tall as you are. So they're not really intimidated by that. And in fact, they seem angry.
Hoofstomp, if no one stops him, Hoofstomp's gonna hold up his glaive on top of his head. He is a child.
Wilry is napping, so...
Oh no.
Oh no.
The mom of the party isn't here to stop him.
Mom of the party is exhausted.
Yeah, she is.
And Priya just doesn't care that much. Let's be clear. She thinks it's a perfectly reasonable way to respond.
I'm gonna hear about this later and ask why.
You are.
Well, Helda's going to try very rationally to get these dwarves to cooperate, but then Baz is going to, Baz being Baz is going to come rocking up from the back of the wagon and starts pointing at it. Helda, look, they're wearing it. They're wearing what? Ice. And he's pointing, and you guys see that these guys, you remember that black ice stuff that you ran into in town? Well, these guys are wearing 2 pendants with a thick chunk of the stuff on the end of a bronze chain.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's about this. What does this mean?
Essentially,
Basically, it suggests that the Ice Witch, who probably has the black ice thing, is getting some kind of cult thing going in the Dwarven Valley.
Is it pretty? Do I want to wear
She's
one?
basically kind of starting an army
Oh.
Because
Grass.
You don't
the
want to
moment
wear
that stuff gets near them, they rage and they just
Oh,
attack
okay, so
everyone.
it's a spell of some kind.
Actually, Moo, if you wanted to ping your detect good and evil, now would be a good time for it because you.
Do I
will be
have
able-
that?
You do have that.
You
Oh,
better.
I believe you.
Remember that thing that lets you sense fiends, primordials, and elementals? This would be a good
Is
time.
that
to
I
ping
think I still have? I thought I had that when I was a higher
it. No,
level.
you get. Oh wait, I don't think you. I
No,
think you
you
have it
have
at
it.
level 1. Let me double check.
I'm
I'm
checking.
fairly certain you have it at level 1.
I am 100% checking. I don't see it. Wait.
It would be up in your it would be up in class traits. Should be the top right corner of your character sheet.
So class feature somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so
Detect celestials, friends, undead. Fiends, and undead.
you also get to you can also detect whether zones have been consecrated or desecrated.
Yeah, I
And
can see that. Okay, do I roll like a d20 for that? Or?
No, you just basically.
Okay,
pick.
I'm picking it.
Yeah. So these
I was
things
assuming it
reading
went off.
as arcane, they definitely seem to have some kind of magical aura about them. It's not within your sphere of magic. It's more, traditional magic than holy magic, but you can tell that this ice definitely has some kind of magic mojo about it, and it doesn't seem good. Because these guys are very aggressive and very angry, and as soon as Baz points it out, they're, why are you pointing at our things, you weird old dwarf? No, I'm sorry, it's bad. You telling me how to dress now? I think you should get out of here. I think we're about to have a problem.
You're not my real mom.
Like, these guys are getting very visibly agitated, almost as if they're spoiling for a fight. You think you can see more spears moving on top of the wall walk, so this seems like the kind of situation where essentially they're looking for a fight. And
Should we fight them?
Hoofstomp kind of looks like he's thinking about fighting an entire dwarven city.
Well, I've seen that look on his face before.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not doing
We've had
that.
that thought before.
Mm-hmm. It's come up before.
Yeah.
Stormfist has this look where he notices that look on Stormfist's face, and it's
On
like
Stormfist's face.
he notices it on Hoofstomp's face. Sorry, multiple conjoined words mixed.
That's true. We got a lot of those.
compound adjectives.
Notices it on Hoofstomp's face, and it's basically like, well, I'm glad he's thinking it because I didn't want to be the first one to do it.
Secretly, this whole party just wants to fight a whole city.
Someone should probably wake Wolverine out.
Silas would probably want to wait.
See, that would be.
I just sort of nudge her with my toe.
Wake up! Wake up! Hoofstomp's got the look again!
See, the thing is, that would be the action of a responsible person, like, for example, Wilry.
Well, while you guys are pondering all this and getting Wilry up, the angry dwarf shouts, all right, you know what? I'm done. You can leave your cart here, and Barrack Hammerstone will thank you for your commerce, and you can be on your merry way. Or you can stay here, and me and my friends can show you how we do things in the Dwarven Valley. Your call.
Hoofstomp hops like, ooh, Hoofstomp wants to see how do things in Dwarven Valley.
He will turn
Priya just
around.
stands up and artfully spins her sword around like, I can show you some stuff.
Ignore
There.
the tall ones, they're dumb.
Silas, I hate to break it to you, but it's too late because he turns to the
Oh,
ramshackle enforcement that's basically just been thrown up across the entrance of the valley and shouts, "We gotta fight!" And 2 more dwarves come barreling out of this ramshackle enforcement. And at this point, I am gonna need some initiative.
Oh,
Hey, we should don't.
this is such a good idea.
Yeah, Priya and terrible decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Why are we the leader? Oh, that's incredible.
Oh,
That's
that's
I don't know what your role is. I'm complaining about my role. Maybe your role is equally as bad. That's a
And
I got
Right?
3.
Oh, I'm
I
a 2.
just realized
You
I
actually
never
go
placed you
before
guys
me.
on the big map. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I crit on my initiative. That means I get an extra turn, right?
No.
It sure does. It
I feel like you
means
should get a
million
surprise
extra
round because they probably
turns.
think you're asleep.
That's true. You looked like you were asleep, and they thought you were some kind of statue.
I'm fighting for it. I think you should get a surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, did you?
Well, we will see. For right
He was
now.
here the whole time. You should get a surprise
Alright,
round.
so anybody who does not have roll 20 open right now should probably do that.
Matt,
While
did
you're
you-
setting that up, I gotta go.
Gaming me.
Okay.
Matt,
Yeah.
did you pre-cover this map with dicks?
No, that was Luke. This is the same map that we fought the big crag cat thing on. It's just that I did not think that we were going to be to the Dwarven Valley this quickly, so I did not have time to prep as many maps as I would have liked.
Okay.
So we're basically going to be recycling a map, which is something I anticipated anyway. So, all right. So Hoofstomp's on the field. Priya is on the field. I'm also going to have to clean off all those dig drawings. I'm very sorry, Luke.
Well, we have to have room for new ones.
All right. Silas is on the field. There's Stormfist, who should have control of his token. But give me 1 second to double check. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys would not mind checking to make sure that you have control of your things.
Yep,
then-
I see the crosshairs cursor.
Okay.
I do.
I'm going to clean all of Luke's drawings off. I'm very sorry, Luke. Okay.
No.
So- I'm sorry, but I need to.
No.
You will have plenty of chances to do it later. Okay, so
Why is Hoofstomp so far away?
because I just placed the tokens at random, and in fact, I'm gonna have you guys. Oh, nope, that is not. I needed a shape. I didn't need to freehand it. I'm very sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys start out somewhere in this square.
Okay, I'm gonna be there.
That's not within the square. That's
Oh.
within a snowman.
In my
big-
defense, I thought that's what we're talking about.
Over here, the big dark blue square. And give me a moment.
I
I need
see
to
it
get
now.
some dwarves.
In my defense, there was a snowman happening.
This is true.
The big rectangular shaped square.
Yeah, the big circle square. The stack of circles
Alright,
that we're gonna call
I
a square.
should. Yeah, that'll serve as a dwarf. Hi, dwarf.
The rhombus.
Trapezoid.
You guys are just saying words. I don't think you even know what these words mean.
I know what they mean, for the record.
I return.
Yep.
Did
All
you
right.
leave?
Can you please verify that
Yes,
you have
I
control of
have
your token for me?
Oh,
The decahedron.
Yep. All right. There's a dwarf. There's a dwarf. There's a dwarf. Da, 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 da. All right. All right. Well, now that everybody is placed. Oh. Luke, can you make sure you got control of your token for me?
Yeah, just 1 sec.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Can you place him somewhere in that big blue rectangle, please? Not over there.
Hold on, I was
Okay.
up to go pee. I'm still checking out the map.
Okay. I'm sorry, but apparently somebody decided, oh, hey, I'm going to be smart. I'm
I
gonna
thought
put
you
my
were the
person
one
in a
drawing the
snowman.
snowman.
I'm not the one
I
drawing the
was not.
snowman.
No, I get that now.
And lamentably, I'm going to have to get a snip of the snowman and then clear the field so I can play some dwarves.
Why?
Because reasons. I'm a heartless monster. You haven't realized this about me yet?
I have, but I hope one day you'll change your ways.
Who's putting boobs on the map?
That's
It's not
actually not
me.
me.
Minnie, are you drawing boobs on the map?
I am blaming your husband.
Can't you tell with the colors?
I'm
Yeah,
just,
I can.
Yeah, that's
Any
true.
color.
Yeah,
That's how I tell.
colors.
Alright, well, I'm sorry, guys, but the boobs have to go away for right now.
That's
No.
unfortunate for all of us.
We can bring them back later.
Never said to me, Matt.
I'm sorry.
He's a bad person.
Life is hard.
Is it?
It
Luke,
really is.
stop putting dicks on the map.
That's not.
Have you met
okay,
Luke?
yeah, no, that is Luke. That's definitely Luke.
It's like you've never met Luke.
I've met Luke. I've met Luke
I'm
a
just-
bunch of times.
That's true.
Then you understand that dicks are gonna happen.
I know. I've grown used to this.
I promise that's enough dicks for right now.
Is it?
Okay, so Helda is not going to participate in this combat. She's going to take. She's essentially,
Helda.
as soon as the fighting starts, is going to give you guys a chance to hop off and then move the wagon and Baz and all the other non-combatants
Yeah,
out
she
of the
should
way.
super move that wagon back away from
You guys
us.
remember when you fought that crag cat when there was a wagon really close by, right? That worked out super well. Okay.
What is this about a crab cat?
What now?
Well, Minnie
That
was
big
there
big
for that.
cat thing that lived in the crags that you fought. You remember that?
I'm
Minnie was
sure
there for
Hoofstomp
that.
and Wilry killed that thing.
Yeah, we super did.
I super
By
did.
the way, it was a
Cause trouble.
crag cat, not a crack cat, as certain.
It was a
members-
Kragan.
You guys are so eager to fight dragons. I don't know.
No, I
really
said
like them.
Kragan. I didn't even say dragon.
Okay.
You like dragons?
It's the Kragel from the Lego world.
No.
See, I had thought you were saying crab cat.
All right. So we're gonna
No.
put these guys over
That
here.
would be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty rad, not gonna lie.
Would have been pretty rad.
The big wood bridge
Super
kind of
rad.
stretching across the chasm there. We're gonna say that's the hoarding that they've thrown up. The gates are closed. You guys can try to go around. The terrain is craggy enough that you will be able to get down the other side. But these guys are gonna boil up to the walls of their enforcement, and they're gonna pull out some hammers. Actually, yeah, they're good for right there. Okay.
Why is Wilry in the front? She was asleep.
She's awake now.
Hey, you're the one with control of your... Oh, yeah, by the way, your friends just kind of dump you unceremoniously off the wagon
We do
as soon as the
not.
combat starts.
We do not.
No,
That
I,
doesn't sound like us.
I
Hostomp would pick her up over his shoulder.
there are things
Like,
that
while
will
she's
wake
waking
up to. Like, hey guys, we have a fight is one of those things that will wake up to.
Relax, Willory. You are not going to have to worry about having been asleep. By the way, everybody who rested, go ahead and regain all of your hit points and all your other good things.
Hey. That's not me, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying hooray in general. I'm just
Well,
excited.
your healer got all her spells back and all her HP back.
That was the
Super
intention.
good.
That's why I suggested we did it in that manner.
You know, it's really inconvenient for me when you guys use strategy because then I have to compensate for that, and it
Yeah.
makes it harder for me to kill you.
That sounds really hard for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that and the fact that Moo apparently rolls crits like a fucking badass. That's
Well.
super inconvenient as well.
I have really good dice.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so the dwarves have rolled their initiative. Moo, what did you get for initiative?
Oh, 2. Speaking of rolling great.
That works out for me just fine.
Yeah.
All right, and then Casey, I know you said you crit on initiative, but what's 20 plus your dex modifier?
24.
24. Alas, critting on initiative does not gain you any kind of advantage. I'm very sorry for that, but you do get to go first. Unless everybody else had super high rolls, which I don't think they got higher than 24. Speaking of which,
Nope.
Silas, what'd you roll for initiatives?
2.
2?
Yep.
I think Silas gets to go before me.
What is your dex modifier?
How is your dex? Wait,
+4.
then you got a 6.
Oh, oops. Forgot to add that.
Bad shit.
Yeah, it's whatever you rolled on the d20 plus your dex modifier.
You're
Whoops.
such
Forgot.
a doof. Every time. You have a hard time remembering that you're super fast.
I have a hard time remembering.
Lots of things.
Well, I mean,
Period.
you can take solace in the fact that you rolled 3 times better than Priya did.
You did.
All right, and then Willory, what'd you roll for initiatives?
I have an 11.
Okay.
So my initiative modifier is -1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're a cleric. You're not supposed to be particularly dexterous.
And yet,
And then Hostomp, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
This works
And
out
that
for
is
me.
with my initiative, which means I rolled a 2.
Okay. All right.
This is gonna go
So
great.
that should be all the initiatives I need. At which point, Stormfist, you are first up. You've got 2 dwarves right in front of you and 2 more up on the hoardings. What would you like to do?
What do I have to do to get up those hoardings?
Well, you can either go around. There's definitely a craggy path that leads to the top around the side here, which would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
so-
30.
So I can walk up there like an animal.
You can walk up there like an animal, or you could bolt past both of these doors and then try to climb up. That would give you direct access a lot faster, but it would mean essentially putting yourself at risk of getting hit on your way past.
Hmm.
Well, with only 10 HP, I could do something awesome, but it could also kill me. So I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
These guys can make dex saves, I guess.
Oh yeah, right. You have a dragon breath because I gave it to you. They can in fact make dex saves. All right. So the guy directly in front of you rolls a 16 on the dice, which I believe is a save.
Yep.
And then the guy behind him rolls a 10, which I believe is a fail.
All right. So
So guy closest to you will take half damage. Guy furthest from you will take full damage.
That's pretty good.
You monster. All right. All right. Well, the guy in front of you is looking pretty put off by it, but not dead. The other guy is looking like he is on his last leg. It is in fact a stiff breeze could probably be enough to blow him over.
So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and spend a key point to punch the guy in front of me.
Okay.
I
'Cause-
vote we hit that guy who's almost gonna fall over with a snowball.
I mean, if you've still got move speed, you could move in between them and then hit that guy.
Could I do that without getting an attack?
Yeah,
off?
essentially you would still be within this guy's reach, so he couldn't hit you. He would only get an opportunity to attack if you moved out of his reach.
Okay. Can we say I just moved over here and did sort of like a boom lightning attack? Like just.
The thing is, it has to be a line of effect that hits both of them. But
just for narrative purposes.
just for yeah, I would allow that. That's fair.
All right. Oh, God damn it.
All right, and then you. Okay. Unfortunately, an 8 is not going to hit. He's wearing some pretty thick armor, and he's got that big old shield.
That's my turn. Saving the other key point for another turn.
Okay. At which point, the dwarves get to go. Yay, dwarves. Alright, where's my initiative tracker? There you are. Hi, initiative tracker. Alright, well, this guy at 1 HP is going to start out by disengaging, which means he's going to be able to move away without taking any opportunity attacks. He's going to kind of clamber up the rocks there, which are difficult terrain. So that's 5, 10 feet of movement, 15, 20 feet of movement, 25 feet, and then he's going to move another 25. 10, 15.
Where the hell is he going?
He's getting up on the battlements with his buddies, and in fact, one of his buddies will toss a rope over the edge of the battlement and just slide down. There's going to be about 15 feet of his movement.
Those bastards are
20,
they're drawing us in.
25.
Attack of opportunity, right? I mean, he just ran straight the hell away from me.
No, he disengaged.
No, he disengaged.
He essentially said, I'm not going to attack. I want to take my action moving away from Stormfist very carefully because Stormfist is a badass and I don't want to die.
All right, okay.
And this guy will also toss a rope over the piling. So that's going to take up 15 feet of speed. 20. All right, unfortunately, he cannot get within range to hit Stormfist, but he is going to draw out one of his light hammers and prepare to throw. And the two guys next to you are both going to sheath their spears and draw battle axes. All right, so Stormfist, let's start with you're going to take a light hammer to the face. Let's start with that.
They're just gonna smash your teeth a little.
How's 16 versus AC sound?
What?
Casey, that's a 16 versus your AC.
That is a miss.
Okay, so light hammer just kind of goes flowing away. The other two guys are going to raise their battle axes. First attack, I've got a 17.
That matches.
All right, so just give me a flat D20 roll. You need to beat a 5. 2.
I do not
Okay. So battle axe is going to hit, and then the second guy will swing. That's going to be a 20, not a crit, just a 20 versus your AC.
That's a hit.
Okay. So the light hammer misses, but the battle axes both hit. So that is going to be a grand total of that plus that. That's not great. You're going to take 9 points of slashing damage total from both axes.
Okay, good. So it's not great, which means I'm down to 1 HP.
All right. So that's going to be all of my dwarves.
That's the best. That's my. That I just want to let you know that is my favorite soap opera.
All right. So Wilry, you're kind of just groggy waking up. You just saw your friend Stormfist get laid into by a group of dwarves, also another favorite soap opera of mine. So he punched a guy ran away, and now he is getting beat up. How would you like to respond to this?
He's getting rained on by hammers. So
He almost got hammered. He's getting rained on by battle axes, which is infinitely worse, because those cut.
well, then I will throw my hammers at them.
Okay? Now, which dwarf do you want to target? The one that Casey hit with his lightning breath, or the guy who just came down off the battlements and is still fresh?
Oh, and I'm gonna use my quick heal for give them heals.
Okay.
So hold on, let me settle that real quick. 8 plus 2. You get back 6 hit points.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'm gonna throw a hammer. 20. I'm gonna go. Which one's looking?
Actually, I think the range. You're throwing a light hammer, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the range on that maximum range is 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So theoretically, you could hit this guy at 1 HP on top of the pilings as well, and you've got easy range on all these 3 guys down here.
Or I'll go for one who's almost dead and try to make.
Okay. He is going to get a slight boost to his AC because he's got some cover from the battlement pilings, but it's still possible that you could hit him.
Yeah. Let me see. So it's. Trying to remember because we haven't played in so long. Plus 5. Okay. And I fail.
Turns out it recently snowed in this area, so your feet kind of slip out from under you, and the hammer just goes flying off into the distance.
Also, I just woke up.
That's true. All right. So that's your action. If you want, you still got your move. You can get up closer into the action and engage these guys with Stormfist. You can just stick where you're at, whatever you like to do.
I'm just gonna stick where I'm at for right now. I think this is the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Silas, you're up. What would you like to do?
I am going to do what Wilbury failed to do. Fire an arrow through this dude's neck. And
Okay.
watch him comically fall off this bridge. Because I need a little humor in this situation.
All right.
Does a
Well,
15 hit?
unfortunately, it doesn't. It kind of just pings off the pilings. Like this guy is very well covered.
Well, at least I had confidence in myself.
That's what really matters.
Yeah, it
Nice.
does.
So that's an action. Do you want to move as well, or are you good with where you're at?
I'm good.
All right. At which point, Hoof Stomp, you're up.
Let's see. Dwarves are all over there. Hoof Stomp's move speed is 25, I believe.
I thought it was 30. Oh, did
Oh,
you?
it's 30.
That mean you had the same move speed?
We should.
Well, that would be enough to put
No,
you in
wait,
range of this
no,
dude
hold
over
on.
here.
That used to be true, but then I had his stats changed a little bit to reflect his. I traded it in for a thing.
Okay.
I mean, I will tell you that 25 feet is enough to get you into this space, which would put you right next to this guy over here, and would at least give Stormfist some backup. So,
Is this the guy that's already like half off his feet, or is that the guy who ran up the wall again?
that's the guy who ran up the walls over here. This guy took some of Stormfist's lightning punch, so he's definitely wounded. Solid hit would probably be enough to put him down at this point, but you would have to get through all that big heavy armor.
Probably, but the pendant thing he's wearing isn't under his armor.
No, he's wearing it prominently out on his chest.
And Hoof Stomp is an idealistic, goofy, good guy who's just smart enough to put two and two enough together here to realize that the ice stuff is making everyone go evil. Or that's his simplistic understanding of this situation. Which means I would like to roll to slice off the black ice pendant, not to attack him.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead and roll me a normal attack roll. You're going to be aiming at the pendant, not at the dwarf, so we'll see.
I figure it's a little bit easier because he can kind of slash in its general direction and just not push through with enough strength to go through the armor.
Well, I mean, it's a smaller target, which definitely makes it a little bit more difficult, but it's not like you're trying to pierce the dwarf warrior's armor. So you might have an easier time getting at the pendant.
Oh.
10 will actually match its AC, so roll off. Give me just a flat d20 roll. You need to beat a 2. I'm not happy about that. I'm very unhappy about that.
19!
Okay. Pendant comes sliding off. Hey, what are you? He doesn't seem to particularly have any kind of instantaneous effect. He still looks mad and like he wants to put his battle axe in your face.
Okay, then Hoof Stomp is going to drop on one knee.
Okay.
And kind of like slam his weapon down in the ground, kind of like look up at the dwarf like, nah, come on, stop fighting, please.
Stop that! Cut it out!
Hoof Stomp unarmed! Hoof Stomp unarmed. Use some kind of guard. Guard not supposed to hit unarmed.
Are you a guard?
Yes. Kind
Are
of.
you a guard of the Dwarven Valley?
No.
Then don't tell me how to do my job!
No. Sorry, that was very funny. It got me.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm great. I'm so
Hey!
charming. No, I thought that was no, I do that all the, that's my favorite joke. My favorite joke is pointing out how arrogant and not modest I am, and then also.
It's one of my favorites too.
Alright, well, Hoof Stomp, cutting the pendant didn't seem to do much good. However, I will give you a second attack roll to see if in the process of getting this pendant off, you maybe pierce this guy's armor a little bit.
Okay. You want me to just roll another d20? See what happens?
It's gonna be another attack roll.
Because he did deliberately whiff back on the damage. Like, he wasn't pushing forward much.
Yeah. Well, it's close. 23 will definitely hit. However, I'm gonna say it's half damage since you were whipping at the pendant and not at the guy. So you're gonna at least do a hit. So go ahead and roll me whatever your damage die is.
As I desperately try to argue against getting a hit.
I'm being nice. God, why are you making it so
I'm
difficult?
trying not to kill him. Hoof Stomp is really trying not to kill him. Size.
I have no qualms about killing these guys, Matt, so you can just give all the extra attacks to me.
I try to play Hoof Stomp even if it's at the even if it would. He's dumb. No, for God's sake!
All right, well, round it down. It's gonna be 4 damage. He's still alive, fortunately.
Okay. And now Hoof Stomp is disarmed and also at a disadvantage. Next.
I know exactly how to describe that to make both Matt and Hoof Stomp happy. That is psychic damage, blowback from having the necklace removed.
We're not gonna say
Jeez.
that.
Do it.
No. I literally can't
No,
say
hold on,
that because
it's-
it gives some untrue. It gives some untrue impressions.
Hold on, wait.
I'm perfectly happy to say that Host Stomp essentially.
Hold on, it's ego damage. I didn't
Okay.
actually hurt him, I just hurt his pride.
You cut off his jewelry. Why would you do that? You monster.
His mother made that for him as a birthday present, and his mother is dead now, and it's all he had left to remember her.
Wow. This got super sad.
I might not have gotten much sleep last night.
I understand that. All right, so Luke, that's a move. That's a fairly successful action. You at least got this guy's thing off him. I will let you either reclaim your weapon or stand up as a free action, but not both.
Nope.
Okay.
I thought making the NPC sad was Silas's thing.
I didn't. There was a family emergency. My grandpa's
Are you stepping on people's shtick?
My grandpa's going in for brain surgery tomorrow. I'm a little off my game. Ha! Can't beat that card. Darkest joke of the night. All right.
As long as you're aware. It's a dark
Super
joke.
aware.
You killed the room.
This is how I handle stuff.
Well, let's see if more Dungeons and Dragons will help handle it. I hope it does, because Dungeons and Dragons is fun. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, I assume that's going to be it for Host Stomp. I mean, that's a lot of stuff.
And I refuse your offer of picking his weapon back up. So
That is fair enough. Okay. So assuming that is it for our good friend Host Stomp, next up is Priya. Priya, what would you like to do?
Is it really my turn?
It is really your turn.
Oh.
Mine is. I'm 3. You're 2.
Oh, well, I guess I forgot about that. I'm going to move over here, because I think I have plenty of movement.
Okay.
I'm assuming I do. I don't actually care.
Movement is actually pretty crazy, so...
Yeah, I have 30 or something.
We started over there, so
I should be
5,
fine.
10, 15. If you want, you'll have enough move speed that you can move into that space right there. That at least puts you within range of 3 of the nasty dwarf people.
I think I'm fine where I am.
Okay.
Where I just moved. Longsword this bitch. That's super not gonna hit.
Oh, it's
There's
total.
It was 8 total.
Nope, gonna glance off his shield.
Yeah,
He's
it's
very
not
happy.
even gonna glance over his shield.
Alright, so that's a movement in action. Is that gonna be it for Priya, or would you like to try to do something else?
I moved and I did an action. What else is there to do?
I don't know.
Yellow hoof stomp.
Well, I don't. He's doing what he's doing, and I'm okay with that.
I
He's
will
doing his stuff.
allow yelling at your foster brother as a free action. That seems fair. Alright, well that brings us back to the top of the order. Stormfist, you're up. So Casey, you got 2 dwarves in front of you. You got another guy over here chucking hammers at you.
Who did damage to me?
These 2 gentlemen right here, right within range of you. This guy basically ran away like a coward, and this guy tossed a hammer at you and missed.
All right, so the guy to the north.
Okay? By the way, when you bring your fist back to hit, his buddy next to him goes, "Look out!" and he holds his shield out. So your attack roll is going to be at disadvantage.
Oh.
I know this is a serious moment, but all I can imagine is like
Son
him
of a
starting to punch and his shield. Like, what did he do? How? Holy crap!
you
Mini
watching
Fist
at
really
home-
is the ultimate weapon.
Casey had to roll twice and take the lower result. The high roll was a critical hit. I'm
Gosh.
very happy I did that. I'm sorry, Casey. I'm so sorry. Except I'm not really sorry. 'Cause I'm a monster.
So does the 14 at least hit?
The 14 does not hit. His buddy's shield gets in the way, and your punch is kind of...
All right. Fuck you. Key point.
Okay?
19.
That will hit.
All right. Good. Better.
By the way, the guy you're hitting can totally do that too, but I'm not going to do that because that would be mean. Just saying. Okay, so.
All right, 8 damage.
Dead dwarf. Would you like to discuss how you make this dwarf dead?
My fist hits the guy's shield. I grab said shield and just slam it into the head of the guy behind me, behind the shield.
I'll allow it. All right. So.
It's gonna be a really good hit, you son of a poof.
All right, so that's your action. If you want, you still got your move. You can move up here, and that'll put you within range of 2 dwarves, or you can just stick with where you're at.
Yes.
Okay. At which point the dwarves get to go. Well, Piling Dwarf is super mad that you killed his buddy, so he's going to grab one of those spare ropes up here and put his life at risk. All right, it's going to be 3 dwarves.
Just as though.
This guy's going to move here. This guy's going to move here. Both of them still staying within Casey's range, so no opportunity attacks happen. And we got 3 people in the front line, so 3 people are going to get battle axes. So Stormfist, badly wounded guy in front of you is going to take a swing at you with his axe. That's a grand total of 6 versus AC, which I'm pretty sure is not a hit.
Let me check. Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay. Then Moo, the guy in front of you, is going to try to swing at you with his battle axe.
Rude.
Another 6. It's almost like magic.
That's not going to do it.
And then Hoofstomp, guy with the battle axe, will say that he's going to roll at advantage since you're on your knees on the ground. Are you fucking serious? The high roll was a 13. What? No.
That's not going to do it.
God
That's
dang
what
it.
you get.
Alright, well, Luke, I assume the 13 does not hit Hoofstomp's super manly AC.
Nope.
Alright. Well, it's a very disappointing round for the dwarves. 3 swings and 3 misses, but they'll live with it. At which point, Willory, you are up.
Yay. Nobody needs heals right now, right? Everybody good?
Yeah.
I think so.
I can come over here to
Yeah.
get the guy in the face?
I
It'll
think
be
I'm
okay?
I think so.
Well, he's very unhappy with how these circumstances have turned out.
I don't think he's going to be okay, but
No.
Oh my god! Crit. Crit again.
Yep.
That would have been the perfect time for me to go disadvantage. Oh well. Alright, well a crit is certainly a hit. So what is the max weapon damage for a Dragon Thumper? Which I assume you are using.
I believe it is D8, so 8 plus...
Your strength mod is 5, right?
My strength... My attack mod is 5. My strength is 3.
Alright. So that's 11 damage, and Dragon Thumper is a +1 mace, so that adds 1 to his damage. So that's 12 right off the bat. So this guy is still alive, barely, but you do get to deal an additional weapon dice instead of crit. So if you want to go ahead and roll that for me.
roll.
That is a very dead dwarf. Would you like to describe how you make this dwarf dead?
I kind of just grumpily stomp over and bash him on the side of the head with Dragon Thumper. It's like, I was sleeping.
If I may make a contribution, as soon as you swing at the guy, Dragon Thumper's mouth grows wide, grabs onto the head, and just pulls it off with a snap.
Jesus Christ.
Dragon Thumper
Was that in its user?
Dragon Thumper is very unhappy at not having been used. Please use Dragon Thumper
I hate
regularly.
Dragon Thumper.
Thank you.
I hate him so
is
much.
Is that a feature in its user manual?
Dragon Thumper's a magic mace. The user manual does not document half the shit it does.
I think
I
we got
think-
it secondhand, so I don't think we had the user manual.
To be fair, you did get it after it had spent several hundred years lying in a crypt unused.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, the user manual probably does talk about it, but we don't have it.
Well, it does keep assuring us itself that it's not sentient, so I guess we have to take its word for that.
That sounds like
Yeah,
something sentient would do.
The problem is we found the manual, but it's all written in Iocaric, and then
Shit.
Iocaric.
Yeah.
All right, so Wilry, that's a devastating hit. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you good with where you're at?
I'm good.
All right. Silas, you're up. What would you like to do?
Well, that was a nice idea, like taking the pendants off, but since it doesn't do anything,
It doesn't do anything that happens immediately.
well,
Oh, close enough.
That's true.
Meaning, I will tell you that if you want to get up close and take these guys' pendants off, you're going to have to get into melee range. The problem is that...
I bet she could. Could an archer not shoot one off?
Unfortunately, no. I mean... I'm
Okay,
going to go
shoot
with the
at
same... I'm
one,
going to go...
but aim
for-
It won't break if I hit it with an arrow?
Well, no.
Yeah.
For getting the pendants off, I'm going to go with the same rules as subdual damage, which is it is not possible to subdue a creature with a ranged attack because it's not like... If you aim at a thing's kneecap and that thing is on the verge of death, you can't shoot it in the kneecap and then it'll go, oh no, my kneecap, I'm still alive, but unharmed. It will straight up die. So I'll say it's the same. You can try to shoot the pendant. It's entirely possible that you will hit the creature beneath it instead.
That seems fine. I mean, it might survive the hit, but
It's essentially...
That's the risk you're gonna take.
It is not precision enough that you can make a shot at range and just knock
I'm
the
gonna say
pendant
that
off.
since I was forced to roll damage for my declared non-lethal pulling the blow hit, I think it should also work the other way and be able to say, even though this might take damage, I'm also gonna try and aim for this thing at the same time.
Yeah, like the risk is
Yeah,
you
I'm not
want to knock
looking to
it
like
off.
shoot it off. Like, is there a way? Like, would it break if it was struck by an arrow?
It would. The problem is that at range, you would need to draw line of sight to what
He's
you're
saying
going...
there is a chance you might actually just kill him.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
And again, it's the same rules as subdual damage. If you try to subdue a creature at melee range, that's easy. You hit him over the
I would
back of the
have
head with
her-
your hilt.
I
If
would
you try
have
to
her
shoot
roll
him
an
with
attack and then roll a dex to try and aim specifically. That's how
seems
I would
fair.
handle that.
I'll allow that.
All right. Let's see if I can even hit him.
Yeah, let's figure out that first.
Oh, that would be nice. Well, okay.
Yep, that's definitely going to hit. And then you can either just hit the guy, or you can roll a dex check to see if you can hit the pendant instead.
Is a dex check just gonna be another d20 and then?
Yep, d20
dex
plus your dex
modifier?
modifier.
All right. Wait.
17 will definitely do it.
Sweet.
Okay, so arrow comes out. You're able to plink it just off his armor that it doesn't penetrate, but it does break the chain and send the black guy sprawling into the... Hey, what are you... He's kind of startled by the sudden big flash of silver flying at him, but his pendant is now on the ground. He still looks like he's ready to fight, but at least he's not wearing his jewelry anymore. All right. So that's an action. Do you want to move up closer, or you go with where you're at?
I guess I can move up closer.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see if he comes to his senses.
All right. At which point, Hostomp, you're up.
Let's see. Pretty much just the one dwarf, but no, two dwarfs. Yay, all the dwarfs.
Well, the guy whose pennant you knocked off originally was standing where Silas was standing, so he's pretty much dead.
Yay.
He's missing his head at least.
Oh, that'll happen.
This guy got his pennant knocked off, but he's still up and fighting. This guy still has his pennant and is at completely full health. So
Okay. Well, Hoofstomp is gonna move around Priya to this guy.
okay.
He can hit from there because reach weapon. And I'm gonna take the hit and aim for the pendant, but he's not really pulling his punch this time.
Okay.
So.
22 will definitely hit. And you said you were aiming at the pendant, right?
Yeah, I'm rolling at the pendant.
Okay. So we'll do the same thing for this one. 22 is enough to hit both him and the pendant, so you kind of just shink through. You said you weren't holding this blowback, right?
Not so much because he's at full damage and they're still kind of in the middle of killing us, so
All right.
trying to doesn't seem good.
It doesn't seem like knocking over
I
the
will
pendant
allow
makes
full
them
damage for
not
this guy.
Try to kill us.
It doesn't seem like it does that right away or it hasn't been indicated.
All right. Well, the pendant comes sliding off easily, and you're able to pierce through the armor beneath, so go ahead and roll me some damage. Oof. Still up on his feet, but it looks like a solid blow would be enough to knock him down.
Okay.
And is there anything else you'd like to do, or is that going to be it?
That's pretty much it.
All right. Priya, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna murder this guy.
Okay.
So,
Why'd you say no?
The reason, too, I didn't bother to pull my punch. If I don't kill these dwarves, everyone else does.
I'm gonna kill him.
I know.
Sorry.
All right, we'll move.
I don't think taking
Look,
out everything.
it's okay. I have a solution for this. So
I know,
move.
it's fine. Just go on.
The dwarf
That's not gonna
behind.
hit anyway, so we're good.
All right, well, hold on. The dwarf behind him is gonna thrust his shield out and put it in front of you while you aim the hit. So go ahead and roll at disadvantage for me. So roll again, and then whichever the two is the lower result, that's the one we'll take. Oh, move. Did my internet go boom?
No.
No?
No.
Yes.
Casey, you're the worst.
Hers might have, though.
Also, guys, Cranky Wilbury is back.
She sure is.
I know exactly what happened. She's rolling at disadvantage, which means she rolls a 20 and then a 1.
Probably.
That's
And
usually how
then-
this goes.
It knocked her internet out.
Somebody woke Wilbury up, so she is cranky for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being cranky.
It turns out that's why we didn't wake her up because of the combat, is because we knew that was going to happen.
Because when Wilbury is cranky, she kills all of the things.
She does kill a lot of the things, and it seems like Dragon Thumper is prone to agreeing. Or else
Right.
has a weird jealousy relationship with Wilbury's crossbow.
Wilbury doesn't have crossbow, she has throwing hammers.
No, that's the one then.
Moo, if you can hear me, you're back in the... Oh, well, nope, now she's not in the room. She was back in there for a second.
Her connection is
Yeah.
apparently dumb.
It does this from time to time.
It's a little challenged. She must have a terrible service provider then.
Mm-hmm.
Having a terrible service provider myself, I can basically vouch for that.
So who's immediately after her?
Well, after Moo, it's gonna be Stormfist. So
I'm attacking an entirely different target. Can I go ahead and do my turn?
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say based on the reaction to that last roll, that would probably be the roll she would keep. So if you want to go ahead and go, and then we'll sort that out as soon as she gets back in.
All right. 23.
Okay, that'll definitely hit. Are you hitting the guy to the north or to the east?
Between me and the wall.
Okay, and are you gonna knock him out, or are you just gonna straight out kill him?
Kill.
All right, well, 5 damage. He's at 1 HP. He goes down like a rock.
Well, you say down. What actually happens is that Stormfist lunges forward, grabs the guy under the chin, and smashes him into the wall. And then is immediately back here.
All right. Well, that'll do for that guy. And is that gonna be it for Stormfist, I assume?
I don't have anything else I can do.
All right. Well, last dwarf, having seen all of his buddies go down and, bereft of his jewelry, he suddenly seems to realize the gravity of his situation. He throws his like, I surrender! I surrender, please, I don't want to die, please!
Oh, thank God, says Hoof Stomp.
It's a very sudden
was helpful.
change, which is kind of weird, but, like, he throws his axe across the snow towards the gate and just kind of puts his hands up in that, stereotypical gesture of surrender.
Okay, Hoof Stomp is gonna, hold his hands and say, okay, picking fight with people who just come up to gate a city, that not normal? Super not normal? And
I
he
don't
kinda dances around.
I don't know what it was. I just wanted to fight.
Okay.
It was
Hoof
that
Stomp got
pendant.
this.
I know what it was.
Hoof Stomp is gonna reach around in the snow and, because I am trying to play a genuinely stupid person, picks up the first pendant he sees in the snow.
That would be the one that our gentleman friend here dropped.
Yeah, and he's gonna pick it up and point to it is these things. Black
Why?
ice. Black
People keep
ice.
People keep saying that. I don't know what it is with you people. You, Stokely, it's just black ice.
Maybe people keep saying that because it's true and is demonstratively black ice touch people go crazy town.
You sound like that Silverstream. Jeez.
You say it's just black ice, like black ice is a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's not a normal thing, but I don't get why everybody's like, oh, it's making you angry, it's making you hostile. Look,
Because
because Bayard wanted to move across the valley and start his own enclave, that doesn't mean we're being magically influenced or whatever.
Seems like maybe.
Okay, here's a question. All those people who said that you're going crazy with this thing on, are they still alive?
Yeah, but they're not doing too good. So Silverstream and his little enclave over there on the other side of the valley were being pretty hard pressed by the zombies.
Oh, well, zombies. Hoofstomp can see why think this would be weird.
Whoa, wait a second. You have a dwarf with you and you're telling me you've got no idea what's going on here?
We not from around here. You see many giant pink hair elves?
No, I can't say that I do. That's a fair point.
Yeah. You only really get those in South. We don't migrate.
Alright, well, at this point, Helda is going to come back up, having secured the wagon and leading it in Baz's capable hands. Wait, you mentioned Silverstream. Stokely Yeah. You know, you look like him now that I think about it. What about Silverstream? Oh, it's been chaos around here the last couple of months. I mean, first, zombies start coming out of the mines to attack people, and Stokely doesn't want to do anything about it. Oh, I don't want to send people down to the mines. They might die. Barrick just got fed up with it. He's been working this black ice stuff. It's been bringing in a fair bit of money, so he moved us over across the other side of the Dwarven Valley.
So, stuff is everyone wearing it for a reason. No one seem know where it come from, but it making
Barrick knows where
money.
Barrick knows where it comes from. He's the only one who knows how to work the stuff, but
General
won't tell us where it's
information
sold.
type, no one know what it is. Oh, but he won't tell anyone, and it making everyone super easy money fast.
you know, I never really thought to ask. That's strange.
Maybe no asking because in Angry Crazy Pants Town?
Are you in mind control?
Well, he seems kind of legitimately confused by that, as if this seems like the kind of question he would have asked before. And while he's kind of sorting stuff out, Helda's going to take you aside and explain, look, there's probably something I should tell you. This Stokely guy he keeps mentioning, he's my uncle. He leads the Dwarven... when I left, he was the unopposed leader of the Dwarven community in the Dwarven Valley. I don't know what he means by zombies or black ice, but I know there's Barrick as well. Barrick Hammerstone was just some random smith. Good guy, made good quality material, but he never really was much of a leader. I don't know why he would be leading a different enclave across the valley.
Who's stopped hearing reoccurring theme of leadership fragmentation?
I mean, she seems legitimately concerned. I mean, zombies coming out of their minds, obviously that's not a normal occurrence. And if her uncle is so hard-pressed that he's literally having to give up half of his enclave to this Barrick guy, it's not good news.
Is this mine just full of black ice? Like, do they really need it?
I mean, that's the thing. Your new Dwarven friend doesn't seem to know where it comes from. It's just that Barrick knows where it is, Barrick knows how to work it, and Barrick's essentially been sending it into 10 towns with a bunch of other Dwarven merchants.
Ooh, Hoofstomp put 2 gold on black ice being harvested from people.
They're grief seeds. I knew it.
Dwarven magical girls, clearly.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot more going on here than Helda anticipated. She
Which
knows that,
dwarves?
Yeah. Hengar, who has basically been helping to guard the wagon, goes, look, I know that there's some bad stuff going on here, but I need to get north. I haven't been home in I don't know how long, and if my people are under attack right now, I need to go help them. And Helda's like, well, that's all fine and good, but, I mean, the situation happening here isn't any less severe. If there's zombies coming out of our mines and attacking our people, we're going to need help with it.
Is there, like, something Wilry can do to just make it so the undead can't come out?
The way this guy is talking about it, we're talking about a significant volume of undead. It sounds like people go down to those mines, a lot of people, and they don't come back up.
It's never really a good sign when there's a significant.
Don't send people down into the.
Well, that's not the problem anymore. The problem is that so many people, like, we're talking about a very busy dwarven mine, crewed by probably at least several hundred dwarves all mining it out. The Dwarven Valley has been running dry for the last couple of years. I mean, this is information that Helda was able to give to you, but there were at least several hundred dwarven workers down there the last time she heard. So that's a pretty significant number of zombies, at least enough to...
So we've kind of got Dead Rising 1 happening in some dwarven mines, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
We should blow up the entrance to the mine.
That sounds like an idea that will doom a lot of dwarves to death.
So...
Well, no.
Again, a choice is being presented. Helda wants you to come meet her uncle with her, figure out what exactly is going on with these zombie attacks and what's going on with this split in the Dwarven Valley. Hengar wants to go north, help his people, and figure out what is going on with the Ice Witch right now. So either way, so it's a pick between a rock and a hard place, essentially.
Am I back?
You are back.
Yep.
And there's dwarf
Hooray.
zombies. Like, apparently when later I kept saying the dwarves have the rage virus, I was actually guessing a plot point ahead of time.
That was horrible, honey.
Yeah, it was.
As long as you're aware.
So dwarf zombies help with that, or keep going to go try to find the Ice Witch.
Also, Cranky Wilry is back.
Hooray!
And the last dwarf who got their pendant sliced off surrendered and does seem to have successfully broken out of the pendant rage thing, so...
I missed a lot.
You sure did.
I also didn't kill
Hostop
anybody today.
picked up one of the black pendants.
He's still holding it.
Hostop
He
down.
should probably have that smacked out of his hand.
I rolled to smack it out of his hand.
Can I roll to oppose?
If you want,
But,
Alright.
alright.
So,
Is it like a strength check or a dex check?
it'll be a strength or dex contest. You guys can pick either of
I
those
feel like
tests you
I should
prefer.
probably be dex and he should probably be strength.
I'm
'cause
gonna
he's
go
holding
strength,
something
yeah.
and I'm going for it.
Okay.
And what's my dex? Let me check real quick. I think it's not the same. No, it is the same, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's go for this. That's not great. Mine's a 13.
We tied.
Alright. Give me another roll.
So I think in that scenario, you keep it.
We're gonna do another roll off though to beat the tie. Plain
Yeah.
D20 roll.
Yeah, just make it a plain d20 roll.
Okay,
15.
10. So I fail.
Okay.
Tough Stomp's like keep holding on to it. Tough
Yeah.
Stomp
Oh,
feels
good.
fine.
Yeah,
Tough
I mean-
Stomp's not dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, Host Stomp, like, it doesn't seem like there's any immediate effect. It's basically like you're holding like an amethyst or something that you would tie around a string and wear as like decoration. It doesn't seem all that dissimilar from like a decorative gemstone or something.
Tough Stomp like two different types of thing that not dwarf.
All right. So yeah, I mean, essentially what happened was as soon as your friends killed the rest of those guys, which I assume that rolling at disadvantage would not have made much of a difference on your attack roll.
Duly noted.
Well, no, just based on the reaction that I got when you rolled at not disadvantage.
Okay.
Sorry, I made a sidetrack. So yeah, so
Sorry. I'm
after
sorry.
you guys kind of just killed all his friends and got his pennant off, he's just like, okay, no, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. There's a guy named Barrick. He moved across the Dwarven Valley. He's been mining this black ice and
What's
selling
this
it in
guy's
10
name?
pounds, and there's zombies. And the zombies are a big problem. And essentially, Helda wants to keep you guys in the Dwarven Valley, so you can help her sort out what's going on. Hengar wants to go north right now. He knows this is a problem. He knows it's bad, but his people are in just as dire straits with the Ice Witch.
Yeah, I guess they're being controlled and shit. He's probably not too thrilled about that.
Mm-mm.
No.
I mean, yeah, so the choice basically boils down to stay here, figure out what's going on in the valley, or go north.
Well, our initial reasoning was like Ice Witch seems like probable common source of everything. I'm tired. Don't make fun of me.
No, I'm laughing at something else.
Okay.
Laughing at Ty Hallie.
God.
You kids.
I laugh at him.
You do.
That defines our relationship.
Pretty much.
Please tell Ty to make you stop laughing because we're having a very serious discussion about zombies right now, and it's
We're kinda
really
not.
problematic.
Isn't that... Yeah. Are they zombie? Or like, are they zombies or are they being mind controlled?
Well, no,
There's literal zombies.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sense that so
Like, are
there's
the undead? Is my
Like
question.
there's rage-controlled living dwarfs, but there's actual undead
Okay,
coming.
that's what my
An endless flood of the rotting undead are spilling out of their mine. Which, if we go in there and there's not a deep crow, I'm gonna be a little sad.
Well, Matt has about 5 minutes to fix that then.
There's
Yeah,
actual
I don't-
D&D stats for the deep crow.
That's what? It's not my problem. You're the party. You decide what to do.
I can find you a link to the
We
stats for the
want there
I
to be a
can
deep
draw
crow.
deep crow
No.
stats myself, sir. I don't need your help.
stats.
Sorry, that was funny, and that
That
got
was
me.
pretty good. It was good.
Yeah,
It was really good.
I enjoyed that. We have fun
Yeah,
here.
what do you guys think? I mean, Hengar seems to think the situation on the glacier is pretty serious. Helda is definitely freaked out by the mention of zombies and a rage schism
Yeah,
happening in the
nothing's
Dwarf
good
Valley.
anywhere here. Nothing.
Kind of
want
want to help with the zombies, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
zombies feel super immediate, but also Snow Witch and theme and stuff. I don't know.
Well, Hengar is going to make the argument that you guys could theoretically go help him with the Ice Witch and then come back south and stop at the Dwarven Valley. Of course, if anything's
We're
going to
just
happen
gonna
in
do
Bryn
that
Shander, you probably wouldn't have time to get back and help with that, but...
Oh Jesus.
Why are there so many tracks for a train to go on?
I don't know. Next time, can we like do a dungeon where like the plot is you go through the dungeon and there's a bad thing in the bottom of the dungeon?
Can the dungeon be like a Disneyland ride? Where we just hit
I like
the stops without actually having to
So
go.
you essentially want the Dungeons & Dragons TV show where you guys all hop in a cart and
Mhm.
magic stuff happens.
I'm not old enough to remember what that is.
Nor am I, but it's an Acquisitions Inc. joke, so that's basically how
I'm
I know
so
about it.
hungry.
I'm sorry.
I want McDonald's really badly.
Dungeons and Dragons.
no.
Oh yeah,
No.
Yeah, it was $5 at Walmart.
yeah. That's where the Rudy the Undead Dog joke came from, actually.
That's a what? Why? Hold on. There's an origin to the Rudy the Undead Dog joke.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was a little short at the end of every episode of the D&D cartoon. You didn't know that?
I don't believe you.
They were referencing an actual thing.
I don't believe you or them.
God, this is amazing. I knew a thing.
No, it's
I don't believe you. I really
All right.
don't believe you.
Decision time. Consult as a party would about whether or not you want to deal with zombies or Ice Witch.
They're both super dire and super immediate. Everything is super dire and super immediate and time sensitive.
Screw
I mean,
it. I'm going with zombies.
Well, maybe we could do zombies and then assassination and then like see if their barbarian situation is kept or something, because that's the only one we don't have like an immediate.
I mean, the way Hengar has made it sound is that the attacks have been almost constant. So
The
there's a very
attacks are
good...
constant everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very good chance that the Ice Witch is
Everything
probably...
is happening at once.
Yeah.
too much is
All
happening.
the time.
But I mean, Hengar is going to make the argument, just to be completely fair to his side, he's going to make the argument that the dwarves are battle-hardened. They've been able to hold out this long. Hopefully they would be able to hold out a couple days longer. Whereas his people have basically been battered and beat to a pulp by the Ice Witch and her allies. So,
Oh shoot! I have a role-playing reason to side one way or the other. Hoofstomp is gonna side with going to go help the barbarians.
Ilria will also say barbarians because she might have a thing for the barbarian dude.
I just like saying barbarian, so I'm gonna join you.
okay.
Alright, I'm not voting.
Here's what I'm gonna like vaguely suggest is we might have to like do this and then decide after that which of all of the things, and then the sentient baby doll head meteorite will arrive and the timer will also start, and I don't know where I'm going with that.
What?
Yeah. I thought that was funny. Nobody else did.
I thought it was funny too, but I was laughing very quietly.
Well,
I do that.
I'm reading. I promise. It was super hilarious, and had I known the context of it, I'm sure I would have laughed.
It was a Homestuck joke.
Oh no, that makes me feel even worse because I should
Yeah,
know
you
that.
should feel super bad.
I do feel super bad. I'm gonna cover up feeling super bad by pointing out that hearing the vote going towards barbarians, Hengar will be visibly relieved. Helda will be visibly disappointed. However, your new dwarf friend, as a show of good faith,
What's his name?
offers. What's his name?
Yeah.
Bingo Bong. Bingo Bong the dwarf.
Why does not all dwarf names have to be compound adjectives?
They actually do. That is actually a rule.
It is law.
If you're doing it, if you do it any other way.
His name is John Longhammer.
Yes.
That's also his stage name.
His name is Creepy Baby Doll Head.
Is that
We'll go
his
with that.
Creepy-
So creepy
creepy
baby,
baby
so
hammer.
creepy
His name
baby-
is Mugwump.
He doesn't really
Creepy
get
baby
his name.
hammer.
He's just kind of a random dude who was just patrolling and just wanted to fight.
John
Is his name
Longhammer.
Mage Man?
His name is Gummy Bears.
His name
His
is
name
not not appearing in this episode.
He's just credited as dwarf.
But
But
now
yes,
I'm
so
really,
your new dwarf
but
friend.
now I'm emotionally attached to him.
Yeah, he's our new best friend. We're gonna drag him along. He's gonna be super useful, and then he's
no,
gonna mind
no,
control.
he doesn't want to go anywhere with
And I'm
you because you
gonna
tried to
show
beat
my
him to death. In
friends.
fact, as a show of good faith, he's going to offer to get Helda through all the freshly thrown up battlements that Bear Hammerstone and his Black Ice Dwarf friends have thrown up. He's going to get her through the battlements and to her uncle's shelter, which should hopefully give her time to figure out what's going on. And then if you guys want to stop here on the way back to Bryn Shander, you can help out.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
And Helda completely understands. She's disappointed, obviously, but she hopes that you guys will be back soon.
Well, what we're super hoping is maybe if we stab, and we'll tell her this, is we're hoping if we stab the thematically central to all this nonsense going on Ice Witch, or destroy her god, or whatever the heck we have to do up there, then all the black ice shit will calm the fuck down.
That's our plan.
At this point,
It's not a good
Mr.
plan.
Baby Head Doll Dwarf will try and... I mean, there's been
No, I've already
there's been
decided his name is Creepy Baby Hammer.
Creepy Baby
Which
Hammer.
has some
Creepy
implications
Baby Hammer will
that I
send it-
enjoy.
Well, there's been a lot of strangers moving through halls of black ice lately. I don't know if they're related to this witch or
Halls of black ice?
that's essentially what Barrick and his little enclave are calling their settlement, the halls of black
Oh,
ice.
that's not good.
It's gonna be incredible.
According-
I'm so excited.
according
Yeah,
to
they
their-
really like that black ice.
Hostomp is like, okay, Hostomp always wonder how people go like, oh, this is our new plan. We name it Island of Skulls. This how this happened.
Yeah, again, now that I think about it,
It's a weird name.
super ominous. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's not welcoming.
But yeah, there's
It
been
is.
strangers moving through for a while now. I don't know if they're related to this ice witch, but you know.
Was there ice in there before she showed up?
No, that's the weird thing. Barrick
Yeah,
So you
went out on an
named it
expedition.
after a thing that wasn't in there.
Barrick went out on an
That's probably why she
expedition a
moved
couple
in.
of weeks ago with some guy from Luskin, and then he came back with all this black ice stuff.
Do we know where Luskin is?
It's the kind of skeevy town a little bit further to the south where, lots of...
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was relevant because
Yeah.
I wasn't really here for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
That was an
it's
Allison question, not a
essentially a
Freya
really
question.
kind of skeevy town, not as far north as you can go, but it's known as being a haven for scum and criminals, and it seems like a lot of the bad guys you've been fighting in Bryn Shander thus far seem to have some relationship to a criminal gang based out of Luskin called Ship Rethnor.
Yeah, it's kind of a mafia / evil religion thing going on here. And let me tell you, mafia plus cult, not two flavors that go great together.
It
Okay.
could.
So, our new dwarven friend will agree to guide Helda through. Helda hopes to see you again very soon. If not, she'll do what she can to get people out of the Dwarven Valley and down to Bryn Shander so she can let you know what's happening. At that, they will take their leave. Baz will also go. They'll take their wagon and they'll go on their merry way. At which, well, actually, she's going to, okay, let's actually do this, because otherwise you guys are going to have one hell of a time getting up to the Reghed Glacier. Helda is going to leave you the wagon. She's going to take some of the supplies off it because some of the essential supplies, food, water, stuff like that, she figures she can haul them through on her own. She'll leave the rest of the non-essentials in your care, and she hopes that you'll be able to bring her wagon back, but she's going to at least lend it to you because she can get home from foot from here.
Didn't we get horses from the village, though? I'm a little confused.
That would have happened only if you had stayed to help after High Harvest Tide. For right now, Helda's wagon is basically your only means of transport.
Okay.
Alright.
So, as a show of good faith, hoping you guys will come back to help her out, do a favor, get a favor. She'll leave you the wagon. She'll leave you a lot of the non-essentials. She'll take the food and the water and all the stuff that she thinks her uncle and her people will need. because she can basically get home on foot from here,
Mm-hmm.
and she will wish you guys good journey, and she and her friends will head on into the valley.
All right.
At this point, Hengar is going to jump right on the wagon and go, let's go, come on, we got to go. All right, so give me 1 second. I need to reconsult my table. By the way, as it turns out, while there was a road to the Dwarven Valley, there's not much of a road to the Reghed Glacier from here. You can follow a couple of the lesser-known trade routes, but you're going to be going over some rougher country to get up that way.
Yeah, barbarians don't have great infrastructure.
All right.
They have to toughen themselves up somehow.
So right now you guys are at the southern end of the Dwarven Valley. You guys left at, let's say, about dawn, so it's going to be about noon right now. It's going to take you about 6 hours to get to the other side of the Dwarven Valley, another 3 hours from there to get around. Actually, it might help if you guys had a map. And I do have a map for you guys.
Hooray!
Which I should have already shown you. I'm very sorry about that. So, okay. So,
Ooh.
Willy's token is essentially indicating your position. So you guys are in the Dwarven Valley right now. It would take you about 6 hours to get to the other side of the Dwarven Valley.
Mm-hmm.
About another 3 or so to get around Kelvin's Cairn. And then from there, another 3 to get to the Reghed Glacier and where Hengar's people are supposed to be camped. So it's basically going to take you the better part of a day to get around there. And like I said, there are some trade routes and some not well-developed roads, but if you take the trade routes at least part of the way, you can probably avoid cutting across open tundra. But once you get around Kelvin's Cairn, that big mountain right there, it's just open tundra from there to the Reghed Glacier. So.
Well, let's try and make it easier for us until the tundra's right then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right. So the area around the Dwarven Valley is patrolled enough that you guys don't need to necessarily worry about random encounters there.
Duly
So
noted.
3. However, it is going to be another 6. So you guys get around there. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. And Hengar, while he knows that traveling across the tundra at nightfall is not a particularly good idea, there's not really anywhere to stop on this end of the valley. So he's going to push you guys to at least haul ass over that way. And hopefully he and his people can give you guys some shelter for the night. So you guys want to stop and make camp and wait for daylight, or do you want to get going?
Hmm.
I make camp.
Yeah, probably smarter.
Probably rested.
Okay. So, all right. Well, fortunately, the north end of the Dwarven Valley, while not very well developed, there are a couple of older, holdfasts and some ruins that you guys can take shelter in, which should, give you some cover from the worst of the weather. Hopefully, should keep some of the nastier beasties off you. So, we're gonna say you guys make camp at about 8 o'clock in the evening. And we're gonna say you're gonna get started about dawn the next day. So, sound fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to need some more D10 rolling. So let's start off. Casey, can you roll me a D10, please?
I posted a new picture of Willory to Twitter.
Yay!
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Nothing eventful happens. Kate, can you roll me a D10, please?
God
Sure.
damn it.
I don't know if rolling higher or lower is worse in this scenario.
All right.
Well, the last time I rolled well and something happened.
Minnie, fortunately, you rolled on the opposite end of the spectrum. Huh. So let me ask you guys, do you want to keep a watch while you sleep tonight, or do you all want to go to sleep at the same time?
I would like to
Watch.
sleep,
Well, since you ask,
but somebody should watch.
You
But
know,
it's not gonna be me.
Yeah.
You guys have got enough time that you can set it up so that there's there's at least one watch going on and one person sleeping. So.
I think Willory should stay awake since she napped on the way.
We're gonna go on watch, and I tell you right now, if anyone speaking a Nordic language and trying to attack a dog wanders by, we are out of here.
I don't get that reference.
It's the thing.
I believe you.
All right.
It's often a thing.
So I've got Willory staying awake since she napped earlier. Who else is going to stay awake and take the watch?
She's doing grumpy pacing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I got one person on watch. Anybody else?
Nope. Priya's like,
No.
it's time to sleep. It's cold.
Stop will go
Yeah, I
on
got
watch.
you.
Good time.
All right. So I got Willory on watch. I got Hoofstomp on watch. How about Stormfist? Does Stormfist want to stay on watch?
We shouldn't need more than 2 people at a time.
Mhm, 2 people seems fine for a single watch.
I'd be more than happy to take a shift on the watch, but we've already got this shift covered, it seems.
All right. So Willory and Hostomp, it's the dead of the night. You guys are on the first watch. Well, it's not the dead of night. You guys made camp about 7 o'clock, so we're going to say it's about 10 o'clock. It's dark. It's starting to snow. It's a pretty cloudy night, so there's not a lot of light. In the middle of the night, about 10 o'clock, while you guys are on watch, you're huddled up around I assume you guys would have lit a fire to keep the cold off.
Yeah.
You're huddled up around your fire in a relatively covered holdfast when you think you hear footsteps in the snow.
Oh. Someone speaking a Nordic language.
In fact, when you listen with your elf ears, you think you hear somebody speaking in a tongue you don't recognize.
Crap!
And Hengar just shoots awake and curses loudly in what sounds like very much the same tongue, and the footsteps stop.
No, there's some barbarian shit going down.
Muttering. Hengar, realizing the mistake, he's gonna clamber over to you guys as quietly as he can. That's my language. That's Reghed. That's somebody from the Reghed Glacier out there.
Does this come with meatballs?
Fuck damn it, Casey.
I was trying to
Reghed-ish?
He beat me.
You want Reghed-ish? Is that what you want?
We were this close to having a serious moment in this game, like, ever.
It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen for us.
We have maintained our perfect record of nothing serious.
There is somebody there is a group of somebodies on the other side of this wall speaking in barbarian tongues, and Hengar identifies it as his local dialect. But what he cannot tell is if it is people from his tribe or people from the bear tribe. The bad tribe.
How about he tells us what they're saying? How about let's go with that.
I'm running translation.
Well, everybody else is sleeping besides Willory and Hoofstomp.
And Hengar. Unfortunately, Hengar, it just sounds like indescript muttering. There's a wall between you guys. Hengar can't really make out more than one word out of every 10.
Come on, Hengar. Get your shit together.
Oh, Moody's.
He will put in that he thinks it's unlikely that it's his people because they have not ranged this far south since the Ice Witch attacks began. Whereas Bear Tribe, the bad tribe, they've been known to send raiders as far south as Bryn Shander. So you are well within their sphere of influence.
Duly noted.
Okay, so Willory and Hoofstomp, Hengar says he hears people speaking his language. He can't really tell what it's saying. How would you like to respond to this?
But we're not getting a translation. Can Hoofstomp be like, who say what they tell us what they're saying?
I thought Hoofstomp doesn't speak this
he knows that the muttering is in.
Hoofstomp is asking the barbarian for a translation.
I can't make out more than one word in 10. It's muffled, but I hear the word hunt a lot and raid.
That doesn't seem like it narrows down whether good barbarian or bad barbarian.
It really doesn't. Well, raid sounds like a bad thing. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but they could be saying, oh, they've been raiding our village so much.
Yeah.
At this point, the footsteps start back up a little bit more hurried, and it sounds like they're making their way around to the open end of the wall, trying to get inside your little shelter right here.
Okay, well, Hoofstomp, like, whether they're good or bad, is going to just roll into position and kind of, like, crouch in the entryway with his glaive across his lap.
Okay.
Willory is pacing with,
Priya's asleep.
Willory is pacing with Dragon Thumper. She hasn't really sat down.
Alright, well, Hengar, in the interest of safety, is going to go to rouse your companions. At this point, we are going to say that, Hoofstomp, you take your position, Willory, you're pacing.
Yep.
What looks like a hunting party comes around the corner, dressed all in bear skins and bear fur and bear claws.
So not our friends.
Clutching weapons, armored in hide, and looking very, very hostile. And they turn around, they see Hengar. Elk! Kill elk!
Hoofstomp's going to do one. Hoofstomp's going to do one specific thing.
Okay.
The nun whistle. It is a giant, sharp, piercing whistle, and it was always used whenever Hoofstomp or Priya needed to be called in because they're doing something bad, and he's pretty sure it'll always wake up Priya.
Priya has war flashbacks.
Yes.
So Priya, I assume, shoots right away.
Not the ruler! Not the ruler!
Priya's suddenly here. She just...
Hengar was going to wake you up first, but as soon as you jolt awake, he turns around
as soon as the whistle happens, he's nowhere near me. All of a sudden, I jump up.
Alright, he turns to try and rouse Silas.
For role-playing purposes, I posit that Priya should get Barbarian Rage for this.
Oh my god!
I'm not a barbarian.
But just
It'd be
because
very
you heard the nun whistle. The nun whistle has unlocked
Well,
something.
we will deal with that in a second because
It's unlocked my multi-class talents that I didn't know I had.
Need initiatives?
I'm going to need some initiatives, yes. By the way, we are going to be using the same map again because, again, I did not anticipate you guys getting this far this quickly.
Woo!
I hope my
More
laziness is
versions
not
than
really upsetting.
normal.
That is the opposite of what usually happens.
It super is.
All right. Now, since I'm going to say that since you guys had a chance to sleep before this all happened, I'm going to let you position yourselves on the map as you would like.
Yay.
And I will have your Bear Tribe Raiders for you in a second. So give me
Here,
one moment.
do you
I
want
need to
me
get
to
some
like draw a
statistics.
little tent there for you or something?
I got it.
Okay.
Hi, Bear Tribe Warrior. Let's see. What are your statistics? Oh, those are some very nice statistics. I especially like that Dex modifier.
And they both roll ones.
Bear Tribe. All right. So 3 Bear Tribe Warriors are bursting into your little holdfast. Hengar is rushing to wake you guys up. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, what was the strange power of that whistle noise you made? It invoked strange terror in me of something called a ruler. I don't know what that is.
All right. So let's see. Hi, my purchases. All right. Well, I think we've established that. That'll be Hengar. Hi, Hengar.
Oh, hi, the baby.
And then these guys can be our Bear Tribe Raiders. Okay. Alright, so I assume you guys can see the map perfectly well?
Yes.
Sure can.
If you
Well,
would
stop,
arrange
like-
your tokens in whatever order you would like, please. Hengar is going to start by trying to rouse Stormfist.
Hostomp is
Our
like, this
Raiders
seems
are gonna
very
start over
familiar.
Huh? Minute.
Luke, if you would actually position yourself over by this gentleman over here since you said you were hiding behind the wall. By the way, since these guys did not notice you as they rushed in, so
crouched
you...
near the entryway.
Okay. By the
Is
way,
that what
these
this
guys
is?
did not notice you as they rushed in, so you will get a surprise round no matter what the initiative rolls are.
How many of them are they going to be?
There are going to be 3 of them, all bursting into the walls at once.
Million billion.
By the way, Kate, since you said that Willery was pacing, I'm going to say you don't get the surprise round, but you do get to position yourself as close as you'd like.
Okay.
Alright, give me 1 second. I just need to copy this guy's statistics down. Hi, baby. Oh, no. What did I do?
Matt, you ruined everything.
You can pick a place in the kitchen.
I'm the worst.
Matt, what a monster.
I literally made an infant cry.
I know
I've
how
got
you-
my DMness.
I'll tell you a secret as an uncle, it's really not hard.
It's not. It's also really not hard to fail at
Yeah, either put
trying to make them stop.
There's some honey in there. Yes.
Alright.
Daddy's gonna get you a drink. Don't worry. He's working on it. He's working on it.
Alright. So there's a Bear Tribe Warrior. There's a Bear Tribe Warrior.
I think
There's a Bear Tribe Warrior.
Or
Alright, so initiatives. Luke, what did you roll?
14.
14? Alright. And since you get a surprise round, you do get to go first.
Yay!
Alright.
Stomp's like, hey, this time I don't have to super care because these people have made more of a active decision to be evil and to basically assure the death of other people for their own good. Yay! Passes by Hoofstomp's slightly dim use of morals.
Alright, so there's that. Minnie, I'm going to assume that 21 is current.
Yep.
Alright. So there's that, there's that, there's that. I'm going to give Kate a second because she's wrangling a baby.
Mine was 15. I already did it.
Okay.
In case you got 19.
Yeah, I got him. I can see his results. Alright, and then Moo, what did you roll?
Oh. Am I rolling for initiative?
You are rolling for
Yeah.
initiative, D20 plus Dex.
Yeah, that's 15.
What is your Dex modifier?
2.
Alright, and I know that Wilry's is a -1, so you'll be going before her. And
Perfect.
then Hengar needs a roll. Hi, Hengar, how you doing? Well, I'm doing great, Matt. What would you like for initiative, Hengar? Well, I would like a 23 for my initiative, Matt. Well, that's just fine, Hengar. I love
God damn
you.
it, Hengar.
Don't. Hengar is your friend. He's gonna wake up your friends and make sure they're ready for battle. All right. And that guy's gonna go there. All right. Well, that should be everybody. All right. So Luke, like I said, you get a surprise round since these guys did not notice you as they charged in. So you have one action. How would you like to spend it?
We're at the end of like a tent-ish kind of deal. That's what we got going here. Tent, kind of.
It's essentially what I imagined was you guys essentially found like a broken holdfast. So we're talking about like
that's nice.
the bottom of a drum tower essentially with one of the walls knocked in.
Is,
It's big enough that you guys are able to find cover for the wagon and start a fire.
Problem is, I know what Hoofstomp's impulse is.
But it's not the best idea.
It might not be. Hoofstomp was in a crouch waiting for him to show up, and what the hell? Hoofstomp like springs up to his feet and slams forward in a headbutt. He's not trying to grab them. He's just smashing his head against their head.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll regular attack for that.
Yeah. So D20 plus strength. I'll give you a proficiency bonus because it's your head. I hope you're proficient with your head.
Hoofstomp is proficient with using his head as a weapon. I'm gonna say yes. He's proficient in using his head for anything but thinking.
20 will definitely hit. It's an improvised weapon attack, so usually it's a D4, but since you're essentially taking your head and plunging into somebody else's head, I'm going to give you 2D4 plus your strength mod. Plus, as you said, Hoofstomp has a lot of experience with using his head for everything but thinking.
He used to be a barbarian. Like, that is true. He just, redid things.
Oh, God. Well, that...
Awesome.
God.
I think
So
you gave that guy a
he's going for the
concussion.
middle barbarian, which means that the other barbarians at either side just saw this fucker go down.
Well, that guy is still up on
Not
his feet,
down,
but he's going to stumble backwards and fall prone through the hole as he trips over some stonework. By the way, Wilbur, he is technically moving out of order and out of your reach, so if you would like to take an opportunity attack.
Awesome! Yes!
Hoofstomp stands up. Suddenly, the other guy's head is.
Oh my God! What is wrong with you people? He rolled another fucking crit.
So basically, here's what happens: is like Hoofstomp smashes him out of the way, and as he flies backward, Wilry nails him. I'm so glad.
With Dragon Thumper.
Oh my
Yes!
God! So basically, oh my God! So he's going. Boom!
Okay, and this is great because all the barbarians to either side of him see is like Fred is just gone suddenly. He just vanished, and there's like an angry elf and a tiny angry lady.
By the way, as soon as their friend falls through the battlements, they both say something in their barbarian tongue, and Hengar shouts out, "Language!"
Tisks them.
Not in front
that's
of outsiders.
That's a silver piece in the swear jar right there.
Uh,
So that is a surprise round. At which point we're
That's
going to go to
the
normal
best
initiatives.
surprise round ever.
All right, so Priya's awake. Wilry and Hoofstomp are very clearly awake. Hengar is going to spend his action rousing Stormfist from the depths of sleep. So that's going to be his full action.
Lori are an awesome team.
So, Stormfist, you
They
wake
are.
up. There's a big 7-foot-tall red-haired barbarian over here. Wake up! Wake up! We're under attack! Get up! Get up! Get up!
I sleep standing up. What do you mean, get up?
He's just propped in a corner with a sheet
All
over his
right.
head like a parrot.
And then he's going to turn to Silas and attempt the same thing. However, he's going to try this as a free action, so I'm going to say it's going to require at least a little bit of dexterosity on his part to get you up.
Dexterosity is my favorite music service.
All right. Silas, how does a 10 sound for a rouse check? Do you think that would be enough to get you up out of bed?
Just barely.
Okay.
Let's just say I
I was
roll over
pancake.
and I'm sort of like on all fours and I'm just like really dazed. Like,
You're like.
I'll get up in a minute.
It has a special gland.
Don't
Which
mind me.
I like how Hengar flubbed his roll to wake somebody up. That's really great.
It's a beautiful moment. Good
Alright.
job, Hengar.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Hengar. He's content getting both of the unalert party members up, at which point, Silas, you are up.
Yay!
Okay.
So as you said, you're gonna start out on all fours.
Wait, I said that wrong. Yay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you said, down on all fours.
There.
I'm gonna say move action to stand up, and then you can draw your weapon.
Yep.
Okay.
I just sort of creakily get up on my feet like an old man.
An old 14-year-old man.
Yeah.
Life is hard.
Very bitter 14.
Life is very hard. It's a struggle every day.
It really is.
I'm gonna teach these guys that in just a moment. 17 should hit.
It should. These guys are not as heavily armored as the dwarves were. These guys are basically just wearing hide and bear fur.
I have to say, evil people who don't wear armor is a refreshing change.
All right. So, Minnie, I assume you. What are you specifically hitting him with?
I'm just gonna use my short bow because why would I ever do a melee attack?
All right.
There's
Why
no-
would I ever?
Go ahead and give me some damage.
I'm getting hit by it over here.
Careful, someone might get an attack of opportunity.
You know what? I gotta say, going how this battle's been going, that baby is like our good luck charm. So,
I should
Alright.
come around then.
yeah.
So, Silas has a move and an action.
I wouldn't get rid of that baby just yet.
Oh, and I hit this guy because this guy seems like he should be.
Yeah. All right. At which point, I forgot to add the barbarians to the initiative order. That's what I did wrong. All right. Well, these guys rolled a 20. I promise that's a legit 20. All right. So Stormfist. Wait. Hold on. Stormfist. Before you go, these guys get to go. So if you... That is my bad. I was very distracted by the baby. I completely blame it on the baby. All right. So this guy is going to form up with his pal, being very careful to stay within Hostomp's range.
You John. Ha!
Oh, give me one sec.
Very squishing my face is fun.
Mm.
Expect otherwise. I'm not really enjoying this. I enjoy literally everything else I do to an immense degree.
There's a lot of baby giggles in this fight. It's pretty amusing.
That's because I'm nibbling on him.
That'll do it.
All right. So the warriors, as it turns out, have some barbarian training, and as with their barbarian training, they are going to reckless attack. So Wilry and Hostomp will both take attack rolls at advantage, but you guys will get advantage on your next attack rolls against these guys.
Woo!
So Wilry, this one's for you. Oh, that's less than ideal. The high hit is going to be an 8, which I assume does not hit. And then Hostomp, the other guy's going to do the same thing, and the high roll is going to be 21 versus AC.
Crap, the hits.
All right. So he's got his great sword. Ooh, I get to use a D12. Hi, D12.
Oh no, the barbarian's best friend.
Oh, come on. All right, well, his D12 doesn't do much. It, in fact, does 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh Christ, though.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, that's the thing at level 1. All right, so slash and a miss, slash and a hit, at which point, Stormfist, you are up.
All right. Saving throws.
Saving throws.
Yay.
You have, in fact, completed a short rest.
You know what I
First
just realized?
guy, 13 on the save. I believe that ties.
It does tie.
All right, I'm gonna make another save then to see. I'm just gonna make a flat D20 roll. Can you make a flat D20 roll as well, please? You need to be an 11. 15. Okay, that'll definitely beat it. So he will take the hit from the lightning. Then second guy. Second guy rolls a 12, which I know is an outright fail. So both failed.
Hey, baby. Roll it.
8 damage. All right. Guy in front of you it looks like a stiff breeze could blow him over. Other guy looks like a solid hit could put him down.
All right. Key points. 15.
We'll hit. Go to roll damage.
Roll it. No, you don't have to roll it on the paper.
11 damage.
That is a dead Bear Tribe Barbarian.
Good job.
All right, repeat.
Okay.
20.
That is another hit. Go and roll me some damage.
9 damage.
That is another dead Bear Tribe Barbarian. These guys are not much for the armor and the HP.
So Stormfist walks out of the tent. Electro punch. I was conferring with my spirit panda.
You're just like, it's just like a really sleepy punch too. You're not
Do you
really
even
like
know
putting
what a
your
panda
all
is?
into it.
Like, is that just seems like some sort of foreign nonsense animal that you just made up?
Yeah, we're all like, what's a panda?
Like, that's
Why
not
are
a
you
thing.
conferring with one? Come on.
And you're like,
Sometimes-
trust me, it's a real thing. It's like a
sometimes,
bear,
like-
but it's white and it's got a little black mask, and you're like, no.
Sometimes holding his wound closed, like, I don't believe in pandas.
All right. Well, that is a number of dead bear tribe barbarians. Hengar's concerned by this, obviously, but them coming this far south is not an unprecedented occurrence. You guys already know that they're pretty much the bad guys, so there's not much to discern here. Hoofstomp, if you are interested, the great swords they are carrying, while not silvered, do a d12 of weapon damage. So if you want to pick one of those up,
It's not a
Okay.
pole arm.
Baby is playing with my d20s.
Baby's
I mean,
playing with d20s very
Priya
normal.
he's gonna like hold one up at Priya as if like he's apologizing for the fact that she didn't get to fight.
All right. So where were
But,
we on the
hold on.
rolling?
Hoofstomp is gonna like crouch by one of the dead barbarians and check its teeth.
Its teeth are not filed down. They appear to be standard teeth in a surprisingly good state of repair. It seems that cold doesn't do much for... It seems cold is a very useful hygiene need.
Hoofstomp's gonna kind of like shrug and stand up and brush his hands off like he didn't just do something super weird.
Okay. All right. So the last person I had rolling for an abnormal encounter was
Am I holding the
Wilry.
baby?
You volunteered for it.
No, don't put it in
So
your
I
mouth.
gotta roll for. Okay. So I gotta roll for-
Ice in your mouth, please.
That was
No, wait.
no. Put my dice in your mouth all you like if they're gonna keep rolling like that.
That
All
was
right.
2-8.
So, Moo, can you roll me a d10 really quick?
I could, but doesn't mean I will. I
Please
feel like
roll
in my...
A 10?
No.
Oh, what'd you roll?
Other end of the spectrum.
Oh!
Oh, a 1?
Yeah.
Nothing extraordinary happens.
Here
Sweet.
comes all the dragons.
All right, and then Luke, can you go ahead and give me
A
d10
dragon
roll
just
as well?
burst out of my chest. The egg was
I
inside
will
me.
tell you guys, you only need to be concerned if you roll in the 9 to 10 range.
Oh, okay.
What'd
Watch
you
me
roll?
roll the 10.
Guys, what happens if a face hugger attaches to a dragon?
Nothing good. Like a brood mother? Okay, 6. Yay.
6? Okay.
I think
You guys
that-
are able to pass the rest of the night in relative security. Everybody's able to get enough rest that they go up to full health, full hit points, all their stuff
Oh,
back.
thank God. Hoofstomp sleeps off his major injury.
Okie dokie. So you guys are able to pick up at dawn the next day. You still got you still got about 6 hours to go, crossing open tundra before you make it to the glacier.
Be right back a moment.
One more time, I need a D10 roll from everybody, and I will roll as well. All right. Well, my roll means nothing extraordinary happens. Casey's roll means nothing extraordinary happens. Kate is safe. Minnie is safe. Actually, wait. Sorry, Kate. Let me double check on that. Nope. Okay, Casey's fine. All right. So Moo and Luke, I need D10 rolls from the both of you, and then we're
Again?
good to go. Yep.
Alright.
You're traveling across open tundra. This isn't supposed to be easy.
60%. Or 6, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Nothing extraordinary happens on your roll. Luke.
Hey, hello. Hello. Let's see how well my baby has looked my dice by putting them in his mouth. 10, 15.
That was pretty intense. He just had one in each hand and just goes, boom.
19, 12, 9, 14.
Generally rolling above average.
Check the other one. 11, 9, 17, 3, 6.
I return. What did I miss? Are we all dead?
No, I just need you to roll a D10 for me really quick and tell me what the number is.
Oh, yay. Solid 6s.
Okay, nothing happens. You guys are able to head across Kelvin's Cairn and cross the rest of the tundra on the way to the Reghed Glacier without being disturbed.
Yay.
Sun is just coming. Sun is up in the sky about midday when you guys get there. When you so essentially this far north, it's a mix of open tundra and basically big chunks of ice. This is about as far north as you can get, and it's a harsh environment. And as you guys come over the rise of a low hill, you see what looks like an encampment surrounded by elk skulls and elk bones. Smoke rising from it. It looks like it has been recently assaulted. Hengar is off like a shot. Doesn't even wait for you guys. He goes straight for the encampment. Would you guys like to follow?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. When you guys are walking through the camp, it's basically just a scene of devastation. It looks like cook fires have raged out of control. There's sword slashes and everything around. It's chaos. There are people bleeding on the ground. Lots of people being mopped up. Surprisingly, not a lot of corpses. And you see Hengar run into a tent at the center of the pavilion. Sorry, at the center of the encampment. Big old tent. This looks like the kind of pavilion you would expect, like a knight or somebody of high rank, of high status to have.
Take it up. Get out of my face.
Hengar goes straight in the tent. No hesitation. You guys want to follow him in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our main plan.
All right. Well, when you guys kind of duck through, there's a pair of warriors, but they're looking very ashen-faced and kind of beat up, so they don't really challenge you as you walk through. There are 3 people in this tent. One is your friend Hengar. The other 2 are very elderly-looking gentlemen, also in the same vein of Hengar, 7 feet. Both of them have red hair that looks like it's starting to go to silver or gray. One gentleman is wearing a very ornate crown made from elk bones and elk skulls. The other gentleman looks very haggard and old.
Hoofstump admires the hell out of that helm. That's what I call
And
it.
all 3 of them are conversing very rapidly and in very low voices in the local barbarian dialect. And when you walk in, Hengar turns towards you, and he turns towards the guy in the big headdress. Let me make sure I get this guy's name right, because this guy's name is actually kind of important. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Maybe stepped on a piece of paper and ended up doing the splits. No. What? Goes on the floor.
Come on, where is your name, guy? I know your name. I just want to make sure I get your name right. It's not that big a deal. It's a very important thing for a DM to get his names right. There we go, sorry about that. So Hengar will introduce the gentleman in the big fancy headdress as Jaren Elkhart, the king of the elk tribe. The elder-looking gentleman he introduces as Yenir Tormhall, one of the shamans of the elk tribe. And the king, at the presence of these strangers in his tent, will turn to Hengar and converse in fluent common, not a lot of accent. Hengar, please, this isn't the time. I'm very sorry, but I believe you should. No, Your Majesty, I brought them here to help.
I swear to God, I've seen these guys fight, and it's like they step up to shit, and it just falls.
Well, Hengar will go to great lengths to explain how you rescued him from captivity in Bryn Shander and brought him here at great personal risk, proved him innocent of a crime. And he believes that you are hardy enough that whatever the Ice Witch has planned, you can stop it. But before you speak of that, he asked you to update you and him about the recent devastation outside. It turns out, while Hengar was away in Bryn Shander being in prison, there were a number of Bear Tribe assaults on the village. Nothing major at first, and then a couple hours ago, right before dawn, huge assault. Every raider they had, a bunch of war chiefs. They essentially attacked the village, but rather than kill everyone, they took a bunch of the Elk Tribe warriors hostage and dragged them off to the Evermelt, which is a local hot spring that the Reghed Tribes consider sacred. He has no idea what they're doing up there. He has no idea why they would take the warriors and not kill them. he's afraid that they might be intended as ritual sacrifices to the Ice Witch.
That's never a good thing.
Yeah, especially since they took the main fighting force of the tribe. So all that's basically left are women, children, and those too old or too sick to fight.
Oh, that's great. That's that's
What a
worrisome.
lovely town.
Well, it was lovely until those bear tribe guys moved in and started devaluing the property values.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yanir, the shaman, is insistent. We don't need outsider help with this. We know how to deal with this. We need to go out there. We need to kill that cursed witch. And
Hostomp's like, oh, that what we want to do. That basically our whole plan. Go kill witch, and then stuff be good again.
you say that like it's easy.
Yes.
You haven't been trying.
That
That cursed thing, and then the king will. Yanir, no, not here, not in front of them.
oh,
in front of the
guy
guest.
fighting.
Manir will start to curse. Well, you assume he's cursing. It sounds like cursing in the Reghed tribe dialect, and he'll just storm out of the
kind of
tent.
holds a hand up to his chest and says, No, we special.
He kind of spits at your feet and then just storms out of the tent.
That's fair.
Jarun is going to. I'm sorry. Manir
No.
lost his son to the Ice Witch
Oh.
before this whole rampage started. He's been incensed ever since.
Hostomp puts a hand on his shoulder and says, Oh, I understand. We bring back her heart for him.
I'm sure he would appreciate this token. You can tell he's trying very hard to be diplomatic, but he's not quite sure what to make of that.
No one knows what to make of anything.
But yeah, Jarun, while I appreciate the sentiment, I believe this is a matter that our tribes should deal with independently. I don't believe that 10 towns should be getting involved in our affairs.
But
We're not from there.
we're not from there, and also Witch is attacking everyone. So it not just these tribes thing, like she sent 1 billion gazillion Yetis into town to try and kill them all, and also there's some kind of thing where people are being in her cult and trying to kill everything, and also doors have like 5 million zombies coming out of tunnels. So kind of seem like shared problem of area, and we do things that are problems. I mean, fix things
Well,
that are
the
problems.
news that she's apparently started attacking 10 towns takes him. The idea that she's involved in some kind of zombie horde operating in the Dwarven mines definitely throws him for a loop, and he doesn't know quite what to make of that. And Hengar will take the opportunity to break in. Your Majesty, I know it's unconventional, but the Bear Tribe just took half of our fighting force. I've seen them fight. They are our best chance to at least stop the Ice Witch and at least try to find some shelter. You mentioned Evermel. Maybe we can move into Evermel after we've cleared the Bear Tribe out. It would at least provide some shelter from the attacks. Jarun reflects on, yes, okay. Hengar, I'm willing to at least give this a chance. You're right. He's going to turn to you. If you can rescue my warriors and clear the Ice Witch and her minions out of Evermel, the tribe would be greatly appreciative. And anything we can do to help you in your fight against her, we would, of course, be happy to help. If there's anything I can do to tell you about Evermel, this sacred hot spring to the north, or anything else, all you have to do is ask.
You know... Oh, Hostomp is going to take out the black ice token he found before and kind of point at it and ask, you know what this is? Is thing making dwarfs go crazy?
He's going to take it, examine it, kind of examine the heft. I'm afraid I don't know anything about this. I'm very sorry. He's going to hand it back.
It's okay. Priya slaps it out of his hand again.
Yeah, do you guys have any questions for him? I mean, he seems pretty insistent that you guys need to go to Evermelt as soon as possible to clear out the Ice Witch and her Bear Tribe friends. But if there's any information he and his tribe can provide to ease your way, like, now would be the time to ask. So if you've got any questions that you need answering.
I don't think so.
Hostomp doesn't have any.
Yes.
I think we're pretty much good.
Okay.
Yep.
So, not talking much in the way of material rewards right now, especially since his people are kind of in a bad way. But the objective is pretty straightforward.
Sometimes you go to kill an ice witch just for the purpose of having killed an ice witch. Like, we can tick this off after Dragon, which we totally killed.
Baby,
All right.
it's not on the floor.
All right, so Jarund will leave you we'll leave you with time to get prepared for your assault on Evermelt. He's going to ask Hengar to stay in the village with him so they can try to organize some defense in case the bear tribe comes raiding again. So you guys are going to basically be operating on your own. He'll send any warriors he has behind you guys, but he wants you to essentially be the fist. He wants you to break in there, see what you can find out, and essentially clear the way for his men to wrap up whatever's left of the bear tribe reinforcements.
Sounds like us.
Okay. So you guys leave the tent, Hengar stays inside, and you come across a scuffle. Mjolnir, the shaman who you saw earlier, is fighting with another older gentleman, kind of kicking him in the dirt, kicking him in the ribs, cursing and shouting and just basically being nasty to the old dude.
Well,
And he doesn't look like he's in any hurry to stop.
Hoof Stomp's gonna do the Hoof Stomp thing and get in between that.
Is that some sort of dance?
Yes.
All right. Well, he'll stop at turn. Well, Mjolnir, while a very powerful shaman, is also kind of an older gentleman, so you're able to kind of lift him up without problem.
He's not picking him up. He just
Oh.
physically gets in between. I know it's a really reasonable assumption to make that Hoof Stomp's gonna pick someone up, but just
Okay.
this once, he just kind of like non-aggressively steps in between, like literally steps in between.
All right, well, you take a couple of hits that just glance off your armor. So let me at him! Let me at him!
So Hoof Stomp kind of like just holds up his hand, like, "Why you attack?"
Because he's the one responsible for all of this. And again, Jarwin
he?
comes storming out of the tent. Mjolnir, what did I say?
No, Hoof Stomp wants here now.
Ask him. He's going to indicate the older gentleman who he's been beating up. It's his curse that's being laid across all of us. It's his right to tell you what he knows. And he's going to storm off again. And Jarun and Hengar are going to go after him.
Okay, Hoof Stomp's gonna like
Curse.
help the older man up and just kind of like, "Hoof Stomp, sure hope you know common."
A little, yes.
Oh, good. Well, Hoof Stomp half know common himself, so we muddle through.
But this is also an older gentleman. He's kind of being beaten up and then rolled around in the snow. He's kind of he's trembling a little bit, but he's definitely got a warrior's gait. It doesn't look like he's been involved in any real big battles for a while, but he's just kind of he's you get what I'm saying. He's a firmly built but older dude.
Mm.
So
He's a dilf.
I'll take your word on that.
Do you have to roll to figure out if he's attractive enough to be a DILF?
I guess I will.
I guess a charisma
Roll
check from his check.
1d20.
I'm
it's
really uncomfortable by this phrase.
Really?
You're not the only
It
one.
sounds weird.
Oh, I only rolled a 10.
Asking if the old dude is attractive.
I would like to say I specifically used the word dilf, and I did so for comedic purposes.
I can tell you without rolling that whatever circumstance you consider appropriate for being a DILF, that's probably the best way to describe this guy.
Oh, so he's an Oyaji. Good.
Yay!
I'm just bringing out all the new words for Matt to know today.
You really are.
What's the new word?
Dilf.
Is it new?
Oyaji?
Dilf. Like
Oh.
MILF, but with a D.
Ah, gotcha.
It sure does have a D.
I'm so hungry. Remember all that hunger I had?
No, God.
Come on, rally through. We're almost done. I promise.
I suffer.
You should have eaten beforehand. This is your
I
All
was
right.
watching a show, if you might
So-
recall.
Before you guys even get a chance to ask Soren, the older gentleman introduces himself as Soren, but before he says much else, he kind of just shoves away from Hoof and goes, just kind of makes his way across the settlement. Doesn't seem particularly interested in talking to you guys right now.
Would super help if we knew what the fine.
All right, so Soren kind of goes walking off. Presumably, King Jarun and Hengar are going to be very busy with Mjolnir for right now. So would you guys like to take time to prepare and then, directly assault a bear tribe stronghold in a sacred hot spring?
Pretty much. I mean, Hoof Stomp is just gonna like stomp off without doing much anything special, but luckily there's others there, so.
All right. So you guys get prepped once King Jaron's done dealing with his itinerant shaman. He goes about setting up his bear tribe warriors for an assault on the Evermelt. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. This is going to be the last thing we do tonight. We're going to go ahead and start with your assault on the Evermelt, and then we're going to finish it off next week. So
Yay.
let me tell you guys about the Evermelt. And this is information that King Jaron is able to give you before you leave. A sacred site to the Reghed Tribes, Evermelt is an oasis of warmth in the middle of a frozen desert. A hot spring that bubbles up at the foot of the Reghed Glacier. Walled off from the howling wind and warmed by heat from the depths of the earth, Evermelt is a sanctuary and a refuge. It is also one of the entrances to the old lair of the white dragon Icing Death. And it remains a place of terrible danger even a century after the creature's death. So yeah, it's essentially, it's a hot spring where there shouldn't be a hot spring, which is weird enough. The Reghed Tribes essentially consider it a sacred site. It's also where, as mentioned, a white dragon, dead for about a century, it was dealt with by some other adventuring party, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, dead white dragon. Apparently its lair was set somewhere up in the Evermelt. King Jaron is afraid that the Ice Witch may have set up a camp there and might be doing some kind of evil voodoo involving some kind of dark magic with dragons and such, but he doesn't have any evidence of that.
That black voodoo hoodoo that they do.
Basically, Evermelt is the perfect place for his tribe to rest and recharge and find some shelter from the Ice Witch attacks, but since the Bear Tribe has been moving in there, they haven't had much of a chance to get in. If you guys can clear it out and get his warriors back, King Jaron can set up a permanent settlement there, maybe start to contribute some resources to the fight against the Ice Witch once his people are guaranteed safe.
Okay then.
All right. So Evermelt's about a 2-hour hike north. Obviously, you guys are going to be taking your cart because that would be very bad. Well, that depends. Would you guys like to take your cart, or are you okay going on foot?
If it's not going to break the cart, I mean...
Wilbur's fine with going on foot. She's got boots.
That's true. We'll
All
carry
right.
Silas.
Priya doesn't have...
No, I prefer to walk, thank you.
I guess we'll go on foot then. I mean, we do have like a safe place to park our cart. It's not like we're going to come back and find the horse up on cinder blocks.
Somebody took off just the horseshoes and nothing else.
The legs, somehow. The horse is fine. It's just... No, it's fine. It just, you know, a squirrel joke.
This is really inappropriate, guys. All right.
I'm hungry.
Hmm.
Just a heads up. We're almost done. We're at the final stretch.
Okay, the book has apparently informed me that my table was off slightly. I'm very sorry about that. Turns out it's a little bit more of a hike there.
Oh.
Turns out it's about a 10-hour hike.
Okay, we're taking the cart.
Holy shit.
Can we just
Alright.
go back? Like, we go out like a half an hour and we're like, oh shit, this is dumb as shit. And we go back and get the cart.
All right.
We're like, this is not, you know, we went on Google Maps and we checked out the route and it seemed a lot shorter than it does when you're actually out there.
We weren't looking at the walking directions. We were looking at the public transit directions.
It's just a whole other
Those are
thing.
never right. All right. Well, when you guys go back for your cart, King Jarun has apparently managed to rustle up about a dozen warriors in decent enough shape that they can go with you to at least distract some of the Bear Tribe forces. Again, you're essentially gonna be the fist in this assault, but they should be able to keep the worst of it off of you.
Oh shit, it's a good thing we came back.
Mm-hmm.
The wagon is also going to be immensely helpful. They can at least take it part of the way and then ditch it. So
Oh, that's good.
he also introduces you to Fulnar Hagbarth, the Elk Tribe's best tracker, who essentially was the one who figured out that the Bear Tribe was setting up in the Evermelt and apparently had been taking their prisoners there.
Hmm.
Fulnar has also had some encounters with the Ice Witch, which he can tell you about on the way there.
Yay, story time.
Okay, so King Jaron is going to wish you luck on your assault. Any last-minute questions for him before you head on out?
What the heck this curse thing I hearing about?
It's
Host I'm hearing about.
It seems like it's a complicated issue because he pauses for a second. It's something that I would prefer to keep within my tribe. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
because in other town, They are like, ooh, is this barbarian is why bad things happening. Hostomp noticing trend. Not trend like is
It's
barbarian
not-
fault, but large group of people assuming that thing is fault of singular person.
It's not my place to say, and I don't know you well enough to trust you yet. Succeed on this assault, we'll see what we'll discuss it.
Okay, Hostomp go punch things till people trust him.
I mean, there's also the fact that he's told you about
mostly-
Evermelt. He's told you that it's the lair of a white dragon. That might be something to ask about.
Eh,
A dead white dragon, but still.
eh.
Okay, so nothing else?
Nope.
Priya, Wilry, Silas, Stormfist, anything?
Nope.
All right. Sorry, it's just when I played this with the other group, there was like an hour of questioning the king about everything that had happened so far. It's really refreshing to have a group that's like, nope, we know what we're doing. Let's get going.
We're gonna go Twitch. I don't know
They
how
have
this
done
could
everything all wrong. Jesus.
Yeah, I would like to point out they also wore bloody Yeti feet over their own feet.
This was not
so...
this was not that party. This was
Okay,
another
other
party.
Oh my god. That's
Well,
awful.
We're
Moo,
just
you're very quiet about all this. What are your thoughts?
hungry.
Hungry.
Yeah, I figured that
No,
would be the
I'm
answer.
hungry and I can't eat until tomorrow.
Oh, why can't you eat till tomorrow?
Because I'm gonna go to bed in like 4 minutes.
Oh, well, that seems unfortunate.
Yeah.
You can at least have some crackers.
Yeah, crackers.
I promise that we're just
No.
about done. This fight getting you guys into Evermelt won't take very long, and then we're done. Okay.
The last fight took us like no time at all.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. I'm liking
Alright,
these.
so it's about a 10-mile hike. It's gonna take you with the cart carrying all these warriors. It's big enough that you guys can beat a pretty hasty march. That's probably gonna cut the time down pretty considerably. So we're gonna say about let's cut it in half. So it's about 5 hours. It's about midday right now. You guys should be getting there just about sunset, which should
Poststomp's in the
hopefully catch
back
them
of the
off
cart.
track.
Poststomp's gonna like use some parchment to like make some cootie catchers and introduce the barbarians to that.
They're
All
super into it.
They're like, oh, portable oracle.
All right. Well, Postop, while you're sitting in the back consulting your
Your
portable
wife is
oracle.
gonna be beautiful, but will she love me?
Mm.
Well, Postop,
I was quoting.
Fulnor Hagbarth likes you. You seem like a really down-to-earth guy, and he wants to tell you all about how he and his hunting party met the Ice Witch. He's a very, unlike King Jarwin, who's very reserved, and Mianir, who's very angry, and Soren, who just generally seems kind of sad. He's more like Hengar. He's a very happy, outgoing guy. And
They hit it off.
Yeah, he's almost unusually chipper when he tells you all about how his hunting party was out on the tundra one day when they ran into the Ice Witch. Oh no, the Ice Witch! By the way, this is him giving dramatic effect, not me.
Also,
He's a very
I
evocative
like him
storyteller.
already.
So class-wise, he's not a barbarian. He is a bard.
He's a
Awesome.
ranger. He's an oddly extroverted ranger because he likes people.
So he's got all the charisma.
But I was out on the tundra with my party, and we were tracking a wolf, a big wolf, big wolf. Oh, it was gonna make such a great hide. And we were out there tracking it, and then suddenly it was gone, and we were being attacked by yetis. Oh my God, so many yetis.
Because I was
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah, so many yetis. How come there's so many yetis around here?
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
Way too many yetis.
I mean, what's the deal with all of these yetis?
We had to fight our way out across the tundra trying to get back to our camp, and it was hard. It was hard going, and there were so many yetis, and then this Ice Witch comes out of the snow like it's nothing and starts casting spells and trying to freeze us solid. I took 3 ice darts in the chest, and then I took my bow out and I shot at her, and it hit her right in the chest, and she didn't die. I don't know what happened.
Witches will be doing that. Does Stump know this?
No. She just wandered off into the snow, and then there was no trace of her. The yetis ran off too. It was really weird.
Well, Hoofstomp tell you this. We up here to do some witch punching.
I'm glad to hear it. This has been weird all along. I mean, tribe of the bear, these guys never come this far. East or south.
Maybe she's not really an ice witch, but is enchanted snowman.
No. She's an ice witch. I know that.
You sure there no some magic in the old silk hat they found?
Good night, everybody.
What's a silk hat? I don't understand that reference.
Oh, is this a material? Some like takes out like a little swatch of silk to show him, like, yeah.
Oh my God! That's nice. Oh, spirits. Oh, he just starts rubbing it all over himself.
He like, oh, you can keep that. Is a cloth type thing you could trade for in a city.
Oh no, but for real, it's really really weird that the Bear Tribe is over here. They've got a camp up on the Sea of Moving Ice to the north. It's weird. They never come this far south or east or wherever. Really weird. Really, really weird. He just keeps repeating the words really, really weird over and over again as he rubs your silk across his heavily bearded 7-foot-tall face.
No stops into this.
So after several confusing hours, your friend Fulnor takes
Stomp starts to sing along at some point with all the barbarians, like, singing in a round.
No, they're unwilling to participate in the sing along.
Oh, Stomp's really. Can I roll?
It's been a rough week.
Can I not roll charisma? Let me roll.
I would allow a charisma roll to see if you can get a bunch of disgruntled barbarians to sing.
Awesome. Yes.
They will begrudgingly.
Awesome.
Mutter out a marching song as they go along.
Awesome.
But it's kind of half-hearted.
And then it was Mulan.
Yes, it's Mulan.
A girl worth fighting for. My Mulan is off, and I don't have much of a singing voice.
No, you had it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was supposed to sing Mary Poppins this week, wasn't I? Shit.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Do that.
I'll sort that out for next week. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Okay. So yeah, Fulnor told you the very exciting story of how he fought the Ice Witch and apparently won. Or lost, who can tell?
It was a draw.
Does anybody have any questions for Fulnor before we get to Evermill? No?
I have one, but it's a joke question, so I'm actually going to withhold for once.
No, go ahead.
Nope.
Okay. Alright, so after a couple hours riding, Fulnor eventually tells you to stop the wagon, get out and walk. Essentially, he doesn't want to bring it up on the Bear Tribe because it's going to broadcast too much. His grand plan is to essentially have you guys run right up the middle, shouting, screaming, making as much noise as humanly possible, drawing as much of the Bear Tribe towards you, and then his guys are going to hit from the flanks and essentially drive up from behind and do what they can to stop these guys.
I feel like these guys already have a great grasp on how our party handles combat situations.
So Roman needs to go in immediately casting Burning Hands.
Pretty much. Hostomp is really excited by this plan where he runs in screaming to hit people with things. It's exciting.
But you guys are okay. You guys are okay with that? Like, you guys are going to basically be on your own for putting it in combat terms. You're going to be on your own for a little while before his guys get up on the flanks and start drawing people off.
I am 100% okay with that.
All right. All right. Well, having established that you guys are going to be the brunt of the attack, Fulnor will split his guys into two groups. They will go up a low rise overlooking the Evermelt site, and as soon as they're in position, decent amount of distance away, but Fulnor is still able to signal you guys to head up over the hill and start the assault. All right. So when you guys crest the hill, it's like a completely different world. You see the hot springs. You see a lot of greenery growing amidst the snow. You see a lot of melting snow, a bunch of comfortable hot springs. And you see a massive sprawling encampment. It looks like the entire Bear Tribe has essentially relocated here. Probably for the same reason the Elk Tribe wants to. It's sheltered, and it's a good position from which to either, say, attack the Ice Witch or attack people opposed to the Ice Witch.
Awesome, we get to attack a whole city.
So Burning Hands.
Yeah. I think that's a good start.
Well, before you Burning Hands, you guys essentially come roaring down the cliffside. Again, this is a big encampment, so a lot of the Bear Tribe is here, but it seems like they've sent out a number of raiding parties. So the counter assault isn't quite as big as you'd expected, but it's still a decent amount of people. And with that, we are going to move to the map.
How are we not done yet?
I promise we're almost done. One more
Are
thing
we?
and we're out. I promise. I promise.
So hungry.
Will, would I lie to you? I know you're hungry.
Yes,
I know
you
it's
would
a
lie to
new
me. You would do it just to spite me.
No,
I'm a
I
bad
wouldn't.
person and I deserve it.
No, he wouldn't do it to spite you.
Great.
He
So,
would do it to trick you.
no, I wouldn't. Okay,
Why
well,
would
yes,
you
I have a
trick
bad
me?
track record where fooling you guys is concerned, but still.
Don't trick me.
I'm okay. I'm just painting that sketch I did of Wolverine.
Nice.
By the way, actually, Minnie, are you going to be okay if we do this one last fight, or do you want to go ahead and call it?
Let's call it now, cause.
Okay, yeah, this is a pretty good place to call it.
Past
So,
my bedtime.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
gotta
are-
say, you're not gonna find much better place than literally coming up over the top of the mountain screaming about
I'm very sorry if I leave anybody.
We're
in the
going kind
audience
of Don
wanting more.
Quixote on this. It's
Yeah.
great. Which I
You want-
appreciate. No, I like the setup. There's nothing about any of this that I have any problems with at all.
I mean, you guys did get a lot done. You found out that there's a lot more going on in the Dwarven Valley than you thought.
We ran you out of battle maps.
You did. No, the whole thing was I figured you guys were going to stay in town for a little bit longer, so I was expecting us to...
No, we were not having that.
Yeah. All right, so this is where we're going to leave it. Our brave party of adventurers comes roaring over the hillside into a fully equipped enemy encampment. They've got some allies waiting in the wings. Evermelt, the sacred site of the Elk tribe and the Bear tribe and all these other tribes, is going to be the site of a climactic battle, and at the center of it, maybe the Ice Witch is waiting. I guess
All
we'll
I
find out
know
soon.
is that I really want Hoofstomp to come out of this with some kind of skull helmet, and then he's going to put his hair in pigtails and put those out of the eyes of the skull. That's
Duly noted.
Of course.
Well, you guys are going to be riding a dragon cave, technically, so maybe there's some
Awesome.
dragon skulls left around.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all those out there in internet land for watching.
I don't think anyone's watching.
They do.
I left the link
Okay,
in your
we
stream. A
have,
couple people expressed interest. I warned them that it was going to be super long, but
I don't know if they're if they watch live, but we've got like Zlip, we got my girlfriend, we got my friend Kate, my friend Hannah has said.
So
she
all
might
your
start
friends
watching
are
it.
listening.
Yes.
Oh my
Hi,
god.
all my friends. Hi.
sudden peer
No.
pressure. Sudden peer pressure.
I don't want my friends to listen to this. I say things that are embarrassing. That for some
Zlip
reason
already does.
it's unfortunate for me.
It super is. But luckily,
All right,
we're
so that will be it for tonight. Thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Wait, Luke, you didn't say your catchphrase.
Dip your waitresses.
No, the other one.
What,
Oh, yeah.
dicks?
Thank you, Minnie. God, she's more on the ball
Your
than you are tonight.
vocabulary word for tonight is Oyaji. Google it.
No.
Please
Please
Google
don't.
it with the safe search
Please don't, knowing Luke, it's probably something...
Definitely turn off safe search.
And with that, good
Dicks.